The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the pirate nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello everyone, and welcome in to Pirate Radio Live. It was Shirley yesterday, it's me today. You are listening to us on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington, live online, pr927fm.com. We are on YouTube Live. You can subscribe there and watch our show each and every day, and also the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show will be with you Saturday coming up 8 a.m. for our next edition of the Bud Light pregame tailgate, getting you ready for the noon kickoff between ECU and Tulane. You can also check us out on Facebook Live. Comment there and be a part of the program today. Got some guests to get to coming up later on in hour number one. We will go over the weekend slate and what's going on tonight and Friday night with Wager McGee. The Pac-12 is back. We saw the MAC return last night. We'll also talk ECU Tulane. That's coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes. Got Stephen Igo joining me at 4 o'clock. A lot of ECU football news and notes, some basketball to talk about as well with Igo. And at 5 o'clock, Troy D. and Touchdown Tony Collins. We will hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell, the coordinators for ECU football, coming up throughout today's program as well. We will kick off today's show with former ECU wide receiver who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line, Andrew Bodenhimer. Bodie, hadn't talked to you in a while. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing? Definitely
good.
Been a while.
Yeah, good to catch up with you. Love seeing what old Pirates are up to, talking some football. And Bodie, before we get started on football, tell us what you're up to these days.
So here the past few years, I've actually been putting on, music concerts and festivals. Obviously this year has been kind of a crazy year, but fortunate enough to be doing drive-in shows this year. So I've been doing that full time here the last about 3 years here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've done some stuff in Raleigh. Basically promote and produce various genres of music, and I've been at that pretty much every weekend since the pandemic hit. We switched to drive-in shows, so been fortunate to do that. But that's basically what I've been up to. Haven't really been around football here lately. Coached a little bit once I was done playing, I would love to get back into football in some fashion, but that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, it's pretty unique, pretty cool, and again, everybody is affected in some way with what's happened this year, and certainly in your line of work, you've been affected, Bodie. So is it you kind of playing it by ear when you can return to shows? I mean, that's not we're missing live sporting events, we're certainly missing concerts, things like that, and hoping to get back there one day. And I don't know, is there any end in sight? Do you know when you'll be able to throw a big concert again?
Yeah, and it's definitely tough. We had a big festival that obviously we had to cancel, and I guess that was the biggest thing when everything started, which was the uncertainty of when we were going to get back to it. I think we're a long ways from back to what we were used to, but I think the cool thing about our industry is just adapting and just making it work somehow, some way, and I think we've found some ways that can work for the time being. Obviously it's not the same for these indoor venues that need a packed house, and obviously same thing with sporting events. So you want crowds. So it's been weird to have to flip the script and be worried about crowds. Where that was our main objective was to have a crowded venue. So I don't know. We're being optimistic, but I think we've created some ways to get by for now and to provide some type of live music. But I think hopefully end of mid 2021 we can start seeing some things get back to those bigger events. But at this point, who knows? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, Andrew, that's pretty interesting for people that want to learn more about what you do. I mean, do you have a website, a place we can go to check it out?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been putting on events at the Music Yard here in Charlotte. That's Music Yard CLT.
All right.
That's the IG for that one. And then my personal company is Masterminds Music. It's got a crazy spelling, so it's MZTRMNDZ, and then it's MUZIK.
Gotcha.
That's my event. But yeah, the Music Yard is a cool venue. We do all types of genres. We actually got a Zach Brown band, cover band coming up, Tom Petty cover band. We do some EDM. We do like theme nights as well, like emo night. We do all types of stuff. So it's really appeals to everybody.
Yeah, that's interesting. Talking to Andrew Bodenhimer, former ECU wide receiver today on Pirate Radio Live. Bodie, I don't know if you saw it live, but I'm sure you've heard about it if you didn't. What happened to ECU the other night against Tulsa, the final drive of the game, the Pirates get off the field on 4th down. There's a flag thrown, pass interference. Next play, Tulsa fumbles, ECU recovers, they review it, overturn it. The conference comes out, said they came out and said they got the call wrong, and then a little bit later you had a 4th down play. Ball is caught, ball is on the ground, but they call it a catch, and ECU just got screwed pretty much every way you can. Do you remember a time when you were playing, Bodie, where like it felt like every call, every review, like everything was going against you, and how do you overcome that when you face that adversity on the field as a player?
Yeah, it's tough. I can't say I remember a time as far as the calls like that. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I felt so bad for the guys because they fought back and they did the things they needed to do to put themselves in position to win the game, and unfortunately it was out of their hands. And one thing I've never understood, just coming out and saying, "Hey, they got it wrong." Honestly, it just makes it worse. To the team that has to sit there and hear, "Oh, they got it wrong," but it's a little late to make up for that. So I've always thought that was funny that they come out and let you know that the call was wrong. That's funny to me. But I think one game I remember, here in Charlotte, actually, when we were playing at Bank of America against South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We had five straight turnovers, and it just felt like nothing was going right. And to answer your question, it's tough. It's really it challenges you mentally. Once one or two things go wrong, and it just feels like it's a snowball effect. And it was tough, to see a fumble and then come back next drive, another fumble, and it's out of your hands. So it's really tough. You gotta be mentally strong, and the leaders got to step up and remind the team, there's still opportunity. Unfortunately for them there wasn't, but I know remembering just trying to be positive, and the whole it's one play at a time, so you have to have a short memory, forget about it as tough as it is. You just got to move on to the next play. But I mean, that's definitely that's challenging for a team, especially as young as they are.
Andrew Bodenhimer joining us. Andrew, you kind of have the story that a lot of Pirates have had. You come in a bit unheralded and go from a special teams guy to a spot starter here and there to a guy you could count on, a full-time starter and one of the go-to guys on the team. And that has been a story told a lot here at ECU. And Philip Henry, former Pirate wide receiver, always talked about the walk-on life. And it takes a lot to do that, right? To show up every day, to get your work in. But I guess when you play as much as you did during your career here, all that work pays off, I guess, in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it was a challenge for me. I really felt coming out of high school, I didn't have any offers. I really felt like I could play at that level. I had faced a lot of guys throughout high school that had went on to play. And I really, I had to have confidence in myself, but also the people around me, instilling that confidence in me. And it's definitely tough coming in. All these guys that are committed, they've met each other. They've kind of developed together. They're in summer school together.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like an outsider. So you just got to be, dialed in, ready to get to work. Basically, you're starting at the bottom, and a lot of people can handle it. And there's some people that just can't do it. And it was a challenge, but I was up to it and took it step by step. And the end goal was to be a starter and make a name for myself. And, I feel like I did that. But, there was a lot of people along the way, Coach Kirkpatrick being one of those. He believed in me from the get-go. He wanted to offer me, but as a staff, they didn't. But, I think it's a tough road, man. A lot of players will treat you differently knowing you're a walk-on. Others will treat you with the same respect. But at the end, you become part of a team, and it's very satisfying to look back and see the work that I had to put in, and so many other walk-ons have put in. And they can look back and very happy with all the hard work they put in.
Andrew, you won a lot of games here at ECU, and including a championship 2009, and I feel like, and I think a lot of people do, that the thing is turning back in the positive direction with Mike Houston, and part of that is the offense. And Donnie Kirkpatrick, the offensive coordinator, you mentioned him, 3 straight 100-yard rushing games from freshman running back Rajay Harris. Holton Nailers threw, went 38 of 50 the other night. Things are clicking right now. And, I've seen people question Donnie Kirkpatrick, the coach. Not many, but I've seen people question that. I've never really heard anybody say a bad word about Donnie Kirkpatrick, the man. He's pretty hilarious. He's great to talk to. What do you remember about Coach K during your days?
Man, Coach K was the best. The one thing about Coach K, he was always straightforward. There was nothing to be left unanswered. You knew how he felt. If he was mad at you, you knew it. If he was, proud of you, you knew it. He was always straightforward. He knows so much about the game of football. He's been in it for a long time. Off the field, he's a great person. He really, truly cares. He's kept up with me through the years. And, I know a lot of players can speak for this. Coaches say, hey, let's stay in touch. And, that just never happens. So, I've been blessed to be able to play for him. Had a lot of time with him. But he's a great guy. He knows a lot. Funny dude, too. Just some of the stuff that I can't say on here is just we have jokes for days from our receiver group and just offensive players in general. Just all the funny phrases he has. But he's an intense coach, and I enjoy playing for him. And I'm happy to see him back at ECU. He's got a great family, and he's a stand-up guy. I'll always speak highly of him. The people who had bad dealings with him is because those people were they didn't do things right. If you did things right, Coach was all about you.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things over the years from former players about Donnie Kirkpatrick. We're glad he's on the staff right now here at ECU. Talking to Andrew Bodenhimer. Bodie, we'll let you go, but we'll keep in touch, man. And great to hear you're doing well with your music thing. And again, hopefully we can get this pandemic out of here at some point and get some big crowds back. I know you'll be happy to see that down the road. But we'll keep following you, man, and we'll keep in touch with you and talk to you again down the road.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. And as always, go Pirates.
Yes, sir. There's Andrew Bodenhimer, former ECU wide receiver, joining us. And again, part of that Pirate lore there, a walk-on guy who became a big part of the offense and a high-scoring offense. And now he's doing things in music. That was pretty cool to hear. I had no idea what he was up to. And that's pretty neat, pretty unique. Steve Hill says, if you talk bad about Donnie Kirkpatrick, it's just like committing burglary. Shirley, what is he referencing there? I don't know what he's talking about. It's like committing burglary.
A burglary.
Burglary. So don't talk bad about Donnie Kirkpatrick and don't commit burglary. That's what we learned.
A burglary.
Let's take a time out. As we go to break, quick hitting news items, Shirley Rhodes.
Oh, my goodness. I got a whole sheet full.
I know. ECU and Marshall will not play this season.
Yep.
And they, we're trying to get a game in on December 5th, but Marshall is going to play a conference game that day, correct?
Right. The conference is actually making Marshall play Rice on that date. So the ECU Marshall game will not be happening this year, although they are trying to get a date maybe for next year.
We have ECU basketball non-conference schedule. We'll go over that with Stephen Igo coming up in hour number 2 of today's show. Also, Harold Varner III finished 3 under today. He is tied for the lead at the Houston Open. So HV3, former Pirate, with a great day on the links. Shirley, anything else real quick that you got?
Oh my goodness,
a lot of football
I got a lot of football stuff. Tulsa Navy for Saturday has been postponed, and it will not be rescheduled because there's not a common open date for either team. Let's see, the Air Force Army game for Saturday has been postponed due to COVID issues at Air Force. Washington at California on Saturday has been canceled due to cases at California. And we've got some NFL news. The Texans and Bears both closed their facilities today due to players testing positive. The Eagles just announced that they have a COVID case now on their team. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are working out former ECU offensive lineman Garrett McGinn.
Nice.
So we will keep an eye on that.
Good news sprinkled in there. Thanks,
yeah,
Shirley.
sorry. And UConn's basketball team, the men's team, suspended team activities today due to COVID case, and then of course the subsequent contact tracing, which that's going to keep an eye on because basketball is a completely different animal when it comes to the contact tracing. It's like a 14-day shutdown when they have a positive case. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then the only other announcement I have is that John Gilbert announced that there will be, as of right now, no season tickets available for ECU basketball.
All right, there is your quick-hitting news. I see a faceless man ready to enter the studio. It appears Wager McGee will make his return to Pirate Radio Live. We will talk about what's going on tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night. We'll talk about it all when we return after this.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Corey Scott, former ECU Baseball All-American. During my playing days, I specialized on the field as a closer. Now, as your mortgage loan officer, I am once again specializing in closing. But this time, I am closing for you, not just the Pirates. At Movement Bank, we offer portfolio loans such as 100% doctor loans with no PMI, home equity lines of credit, and jumbo loans, all at historically low rates. Contact me today, and I will be your closer. Call Coach Corey at 378-5252. That's 378-5252. And go Pirates.
It's bow time.
The barbecue sandwich from Bojangles is back. Wait, Bojangles has barbecue?
Yeah, keep going.
Well, okay then. We're talking tender pulled pork with a tangy Carolina vinegar kick. Unforgettably topped with our country coleslaw, all on perfectly toasted buns. So if you're like me and missed it last time, get your hands on a barbecue sandwich combo pronto.
It's bow time.
Hey, Pirate fans, it's another home game week for ECU football, and UBE wants to get you ready, whether you're going to the game or tailgating at home. They'll be open this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and special Sunday hours this weekend from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come in the store this Saturday or Sunday, and with any $50 purchase, you get a free ECU bar cap. But once again, that's just this Saturday and Sunday, and in-store purchases only. UBE, serving the Pirate Nation for over 50 years. East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's menu has grown again with the all-new grilled buffalo chicken papadilla. The papadillas are part sandwich, part pizza, and are only $6. Choose from the all-new grilled buffalo chicken, Philly cheesesteak, Italian, pepperoni meatball, and barbecue chicken and bacon, all for only $6 each. Also, for a limited time, get any large 5-topping pizza for only $13.99. Place your order today online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Medicare is not one size fits all, but which plan is right for you? Hi, I'm Denise Walker, and I'm a licensed insurance agent here in North Carolina. Whether you are turning 65, new to Medicare, or already have a plan, I can help you compare your Medicare options. I can help you find a plan offering low to no monthly premiums, prescription drug coverage, and a wide range of additional benefits like dental, hearing, vision, and more. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
Hidden phone trade-ins, hidden plan requirements, hidden catches. You won't find them at US Cellular because we speak fair. Plus, when you switch right now, you can get the latest phones free. Upgrade to Fair. Upgrade to US Cellular. Requires new postpaid service plan, new line port and credit approval, qualified smartphone purchase, and comes via monthly bill credit on a 30-month RIC. Taxes, fees, and additional terms apply.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All righty, welcome back to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Clip Rock with you, Stephen Igo, coming up at 4 o'clock. Troy D, touchdown Tony Collins at 5. We'll hear comments from Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell coming up on today's program. Wager McGee has made his return to Pirate Radio Live. We only missed you, was it 1 week or 2 weeks in a row?
It was just 1 week.
1 week. Yeah. It feels so long, yeah. Redbeard is happy to have you back. He said, finally, Wager has come back to Pirate Radio and put up the a rock gif.
That's what I was about to say. You need the rock. Whatever soundbite, whatever you call that.
If you smell what the rock is cooking, or are you talking about the
finally
entrance song?
That
the
rock has come back. Yeah,
and it's kind of interesting. You've made, I guess, a face turn because Redbeard used to not like you and how long you talked and how you went on, and now he's a big fan. Now he misses you when you're gone. It's kind of weird.
Oh, one of those things makes the heart grow fonder.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I guess I appreciate you filling in with some really bad guests last week. Who
did I have?
I don't know. Redbeard was saying I'd rather hear me than that guy. I'm not going to mention my name in third person. What would that be? An alias in third person?
Now you're talking like The Rock.
A fourth person or a sixth person?
You are completely insane. All right. Yeah. Real quick, we will not mention your alma mater on the show anymore. They are dead to me.
Oh,
we won't even mention their name.
The bounce backs of all bounce backs this week.
God, here we go. All right, let's talk about tonight. 2 college games, 1 NFL game. Guess what, folks? Wager McGee's playing them all. So the college slate starts at 7:07. It's an early start time for these guys, right? Reno and Utah State. What happened to Utah State? We used to love Utah State. What was that, 2 or 3 years ago?
Well, the head coach went to Texas Tech and is not doing very well, and then Jordan Love is gone. So this year, sitting on the bench in Green Bay.
Big dogs against Reno tonight.
They are, and I know the Aggies, the Utah State Aggies, are 4-8 against the spread the last 12. Wolfpack's playing great. I mean, they beat a really good Wyoming team week 1, beat a really bad UNLV team last week, but this is still for the Fremont Cannon, so it stays whatever dark blue for another year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like Reno tonight?
I like Reno, yeah.
Wyoming at Colorado State. You're going to go with the favorite in that one as well?
I do.
Oh, wow. Is this a Chalky McGee all favorites Thursday night special?
I think so, yeah. Are we Chalky McGee?
Yeah, Chalky McGee likes the favorites tonight.
Yeah. Boardwalk Empire. Chalky. What's Chalky?
I didn't watch that show.
Oh.
Should I watch it?
Yeah.
I like mob type stuff. I just never got into that.
You would love it, though.
All right, I'll check it out.
A great character.
Wyoming minus 3.5. Nevada minus 17.5.
Yeah, the Reno one is strong there, but Utah State has been pretty bad. They looked really bad last week, and it's a revenge game for them. They lost to Utah State 36-10 last week.
Love a revenge game.
Wyoming's 4-0 straight up and against the spread there, and I think Wyoming's just a notch below, even though they lost week 1 at Reno on a late touchdown pass. A little notch below Boise. That's a really good Wyoming team this year.
I am surprised they're having an NFL game tonight, but apparently it is on. I don't know who's going to play for the 49ers, but the Packers are a big favorite tonight, right? 6.5.
6.5, 7.
Right
Yeah. I mean, they lost last week. You have to throw that out. Aaron Rodgers is 11-0 against the spread the last 11 games after he has lost. And 49ers are without really any of their offensive guys. We were talking about it. I hope we get a River Craycraft sighting tonight. I want to see receiving yard props on River Craycraft, one of my favorite Washington State receivers of all time. I'll bet that, but I can't see them with the ability to keep up there. I like the over in it because I just think that Green Bay will be able to throw it on them. They've got some running back depth issues, but I think Jones is playing and Tyler Urban is there, so I like them to bounce back. They need to bounce back, and I can't see how San Francisco is going to be able to keep up scoring there.
Who is starting for them? Is it Mullins? Yeah,
I think Mullins, but then Ayuk's out, Deebo Samuel's out, all those running backs are out, Kittle's out. Like you said, I think it's Jermichael Hasty or
Hasty is the running back,
running back, and then I really do. They promoted River Craycraft today, so I hope he is the main receiver there.
All in on Craycraft. All right, that is tonight. Couple games Friday. Anything with? We got to talk BYU Boise State
game of the year.
I love this game. I hate that it's at 10 o'clock at night because I have to be here at 8 o'clock the next morning to talk about football. But I will be watching it, and if we we've seen BYU steamroll everybody. We got to take BYU in this game, right?
No, not me. Are we going head to head?
I don't know.
These are old Mountain West Conference opponents, BYU, until they broke out of the conference a couple of years ago. So they're very well, and the systems have not changed at all either way here. The Dog is 4-1 against the spread the last 5 years. Last year, BYU won at Provo, I think 28-25. I'm getting 4 points on the blue turf for Boise.
I see 3.5 right now.
Yeah.
All right. You like the Broncos in that one. How about NC State, Miami tomorrow night? Anything on that?
No thought. With the BYU Boise game, it's just overshadowing everything else.
Okay. Friday night is all BYU. You got to play something as an appetizer, though.
I can't see San Jose State really scoring against San Diego State, who's really good. So that's the other game they'll get ignored there. So I can't figure out that. Every time I bet Miami, I'll tell you what I'm going to bet on, and you can just bet the other side and win money.
You can't figure out Miami?
I can't figure them out.
Okay. Let's talk ECU Tulane real quick. Pirates got the screw job in Tulsa last week. Tulane, a 5-point favorite coming into Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Total is at 60.5. Any thoughts on the Pirates this weekend?
I think you got to take the home dogs. I think you got to take the Pirates. The Tulane defense isn't good enough to shut anybody down. We've seen them on the road barely beat South Alabama, who we like. We saw them get a lead against Houston and couldn't do anything else and got blown out there. They gave up the lead against Navy. They just haven't played great. And I think they're off a Temple win, but that's Temple.
Backup quarterback. Temple had a lot of things going against them. So What are you saying? You like the home dog in this case?
I do. Probably got to lean a little bit over there, but I think ECU's on an 8-3. Last 11 is a dog run. 3-1 in the 20 season with the Tulsa cover too, even though they didn't win, they covered as the dog.
Let's talk about a couple of marquee games, and then we'll take a timeout and get to your favorite games on the Saturday slate and move into the NFL. Clemson is a road favorite at Notre Dame without Trevor Lawrence. I'll probably take the Tigers here. What are you doing?
I'm absolutely going to take the Tigers. I love it. So I think you're getting a lot of line value. What's 4?
Well, let me check.
I think it was going to be 14 with Trevor at quarterback, and it's 4.
That's a big drop off. Let me see if I can find it here. Anyway, you like what do you like Clemson? What do you think the final score is in that game?
by more than 4.
Okay. More than 7? More than 10?
I don't know why you looking at alternate lines. Were you like? I was just
trying to find the line because I pulled it from ESPN today. Those lines are usually wrong, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're off. So I saw it at 5.5.
Oh, is it?
Clemson.
Okay. I look at a little bit of strength of schedule. I don't think we know what Notre Dame is yet. And anytime we've seen them play a good athletic skill position team, they get blown out.
Yeah.
It's usually SEC, although Clemson beat
5.
them.
Sitting at 5 right now.
5. I mean, Clemson played, they played at Wake, played a good Wake team. That Virginia team looks like they're pretty good. They beat them. They beat Miami. They got challenged last week by a good BC team without Trevor in a bad spot. And Notre Dame is Georgia Tech, Pitt, FSU gave them a good game. I just don't know if we know what Notre Dame is. I will take all of the skill and athletes there. Plus, Dabo's 13-3-1 against the spread, his last 17 on the road. This is a conference game. They normally dominate in the conference. I think you get a ton of value because of the backup quarterback, but the more comfortable he got last week, he looked pretty good.
I hope Clemson wins without Trevor so they can knock Notre Dame out of the college football playoff talk.
I would hope so. I mean, this is a ETN Heisman game too, right?
200 yards.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he and Najee Harris haven't done what they need to do to win the Heisman, but this is his chance. Without him, if they win this game and he could dominate and score 4 or 5 touchdowns, he might jump to the top of the Heisman race.
The world's smallest outdoor cocktail party this year, right? Do they have fans at this game?
It's Florida, so
is it in Jacksonville?
It's in Jacksonville. I don't know why they wouldn't be allowing fans.
Georgia, a 3.5-point favorite against the Gators.
I've been saying all year, I'm taking Florida.
You love Florida?
I love Florida. I mean, they've had a COVID bye now, so Georgia looked rough last week against Kentucky, but that was off the Alabama game in a bye. I think the Bama game and what they did passing attack, because what would you say? Trask versus Mac Jones. Without the receivers in place, who would you take?
I guess Trask, yeah.
So, and now you had 2 weeks to prepare for it, and Alabama showed you how to attack them, passing the ball with a better quarterback.
Bama's offense versus Florida's offense, give me Bama all day.
Yeah, I mean, the wide receivers, 2 NFL wide receivers there and running back. But, no, I like it. I still don't know if Georgia can keep up when they get in a shootout game. They couldn't with Alabama. I think that's what this is. So I think it's only 52 or something. It's kind of low, like the over. All
right.
As long as there's not some heavy, tropical storm or something going through Florida that day. I've been saying beginning of the year I like Florida as the best team in the SEC. I'm going to stay with it. SEC East.
And when you call something at the beginning of the year and it's still going your way, you just got to ride it.
You got to ride it. I can't jump off of it now for some reason. Why? I mean, they lost the game at Texas A&M, but I know Georgia's lost the game as well. So,
all right, Shirley, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll find Wager's favorite plays. Do we have a 100-point game potentially on the card this week? See if we can find one of those. We'll talk some NFL as well. More to go on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back with you after this. It's Thursday.
I was going to say
We're back after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
Anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
In studio today with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy. How can you help people with back pain?
Well, most people are going to have back pain at some point during their life, but you don't have to live with it. A bad MRI or a bad x-ray does not mean you're destined to always have pain. We have specialists that are well trained to find out what the true problem is and the true source of your pain so they can get you on track to feeling better. So don't suffer with back pain. Our nationally board certified specialists are here to help you. To learn more, visit us at kptonline.com. We can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
The Frowls family lives on a lush piece of land called greener pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frowls family runs with us, because this is more than just land, it's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Get quality at every turn with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer, with 27 locations in North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. Find out more at qualityequip.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique, located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
Humana is proud to serve veterans. If you've recently turned 65 or become Medicare eligible, Humana would be proud to help you with your Medicare decisions or any questions that may arise. Let an agent assist you now to determine which Humana Medicare plan may best serve you. Humana can teach you about health plans, which will provide you with the access to products and programs to help support a healthy life. Humana is proud to be the national Medicare Advantage plan provider to the veterans of foreign wars.
This is Denise Walker. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
We are back, baby. We are back.
CPW's is back. Back open every day for lunch. CPW's classic menu is also back with all of your favorites like tortellini CPW's, Cajun chicken and pasta, classic lasagna, the garbage pizza, the stromboli, calzone, Atlantic salmon, the Cajun fried shrimp wrap, and more. Start every meal off with your favorite beverage and CPW's fresh baked bread and garlic butter. CPW's is back. Back open for lunch in the Stanton Square Shopping Center next to the hospital. Follow CPW's on Facebook for daily updates.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. For maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. And as we head back into the show clip, I just saw a tweet just a minute ago. We talked about the Air Force Army game being postponed. Well, Brett McMurphy just tweeted out a couple of minutes ago that that decision has not quite been reached. So the game may not be postponed. We don't even know yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll let you know when the official word comes out.
Sounds good. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome back into the program. Wager McGee joining us as we dive into everything going on this weekend. Wager, we got about 20 minutes, so let's try to make this count. I tried to get you to tell me who you really like this weekend, and the first thing that came to mind, and I love the way you come up with your reasoning behind some of this stuff. And you like Ohio State to roll Rutgers this week, A, because they're Ohio State, but B, you think they have some motivation to do so with what's going on around them in the country.
I do, yeah. We've got Notre Dame, Clemson, where a top 7-10 team's going to lose. Georgia, Florida, top team's going to lose there. If Boise beats BYU, you get a team that loses there. Oregon, who's the highest rated Pac-12 team, starts out with their toughest game at home against Stanford, who I think could beat them because of some of the opt-outs of Oregon. So you really could have 4 other teams around there lose and really clear the path up for Ohio State to be number 1 with Alabama, whatever. And you know, that's the thing. I think everybody, those 3 are clear, right? So you want to be the 1 seed. You want to stay out of the
2-3 game.
Yeah, 2-3, because you're going to get whichever stud team there. And at 4, you may catch a Cincinnati, you may catch a Group of 5 team, you may catch a Florida. It's not going to be anybody else I don't think it's anybody from the Big 12, and I don't think it's going to be Indiana from the Big 10. So.
So how about a state of Ohio show off Saturday parlay with Ohio State and Cincinnati? Do you trust Cincinnati minus 13.5 against Houston?
I do. I mean,
they've looked great.
I guess everybody keeps this is the weekly thing. You have to question whether Cincinnati can score, but I don't know why you have to when you're playing. I mean, we just saw what they did against Memphis, and Memphis-Houston defense equal. I like Cincinnati. You told me to write down some of my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati, I really like SMU. I know they bounced back off a loss and scored 51 against Navy last week.
SMU is against, remind me, you didn't write that
Temple.
down? Oh, okay. Temple's been bad.
Yep, Temple's been bad. So,
oh, yeah, that's right. We talked about that yesterday. It's like 17, something like that. Temple without their starter.
Yep. SMU beat them 45-21 last year. I think they gained, I have to find my notes here, they gained 665 yards against them last year. It was the most of any most total yards in any game by SMU last year. And again, they bounced back from a loss 2 weeks ago to score 51 against Navy last week. So I think SMU kind of got righted there a little bit. So I like that.
Okay. What else?
Fresno at UNLV.
Are you just fading UNLV?
Well, yeah, that's not a bad way to go.
I can't remember what I had last week. It was either Reno or the team total, but either way, I enjoyed it because they scored and won pretty easily.
Yeah, I think you had to on that. So where's my notes on that one? They've dominated the last 2 years pretty handily in those games.
Fresno, an 11-point favorite, total sitting at 58.
Yeah, he beat them 56-27 last year, 48-3 the year before that. 11 and 58. It's at Allegiant, Raiders Stadium, but that doesn't add anything else. Fresno's dominated. And they new coach on both sides, but the Fresno coach was there before his offense coordinator. Got 15 starters back. A lot more changes with UNLV bringing in the old offense coordinator for Oregon, and the skill and position guys just aren't there. So really like that. And for your good news, I really love Hawaii because we finally have a 11 p.m. midnight make good game. Playing New Mexico, who is going from triple option to up tempo throwing the ball around, which means lots of mistakes, lots of turnovers.
Pick six.
Yep. Also, New Mexico's on a 4-16 against the spread run their last 20. 0-1 this year. They've only played one game. I think they had a COVID game that they lost in week 1. So yeah, definitely at 11 p.m. Looking at cashing out at about 2 a.m., 2:30.
Sounds good. Let me ask you about a couple of others. The disrespect line of the week, ranked Liberty a 15-point dog against Virginia Tech. Any thoughts on this matchup?
I like the over. We talked about 100-point games. I don't know if it can get there, but Virginia Tech's just an over machine. I think at this point, right, Hugh Freeze will just try to throw it around and be as impressive as you possibly can. 67. Yeah, I think this thing definitely gets up above 70, if not 80.
All right.
I forgot to mention Florida Atlantic, who plays our favorite, Western Kentucky, who is now 0-7 against the spread.
Wow.
Straight up went to BYU last week. So not easy travel to go from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Provo, Utah, now all the way to Miami, Florida.
Boca Raton,
however you want to say it. FAU, I mean, I think this first home game since that rain game that they had against Charlotte, like September, whatever that was, 12th or 19th or something. The first time that they've played back-to-back home games. Their schedule's been more affected, I think, than anybody else out there, but had a really good 24-3 win last week. And they seem to be a really good, solid defense, and FAU's having trouble scoring. So I would say, or Western Kentucky, sorry, FAU is one of my favorite picks of the day.
I feel like Louisiana Tech and North Texas have already played 4 times this year against each other, and I've taken the over every time. I guess they haven't. 69.5 total. Is this one you're going to play?
69.5. Just a coincidence. Last year's score was 52-17.
So that's some lazy
La Tech, yeah.
Lazy Vegas just throwing that number out.
Yeah, 2020. So what score last year? Put a hook on it and let's move on to a game that matters.
There you go. That's what they did.
Yeah, I think. I mean, La Tech just won. They beat UAB in overtime. I think it was overtime. Could have just been regulation, but a really nice bounce back from them. I don't know if it'll get to 100. This is one that we look at just naturally with North Texas. It has a shot because of what Holtz is going to do passing the ball and how North Texas plays, as long as they can get the ball in the end zone to help there a little bit.
Monster total late night between Washington State, Oregon State. If you're into that, 65.5. Kansas, Oklahoma. Did you talk about that one?
We didn't.
Okay, all right.
And back to that, I still love Oregon State, even though Luton now is going to start this week, I guess, for Jacksonville, the quarterback last week. A little bit more consistency there. Third-year head coach. Wazoo's got they've got Hawaii's coach.
Wait, Jacksonville has Washington State and Oregon State's quarterbacks on the roster?
Yeah,
okay, interesting.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, and with Minshew's got a broken thumb, right? So Jake Luton is going to play. I think he'll play well. I really liked him. That was really a good pro-style offense that Oregon State ran last year.
You saw a guy in college in an offense, and you like him to do good in the NFL. I mean, like, I do the same thing. Like, I watched this guy play a couple games last year. He's going to do awesome this week.
Can we not project out? Well, here's one thought. So there's just too many changes with Washington State. Like, he got in, I think, after spring training. They're picked to finish last in that division. I didn't realize our friend Phil Steele, that's worth the $9.95 or whatever this book costs. Oregon State, in his opinion, has number 1 linebackers in the Pac-12, number 10 linebacker core in the country, which is key the way that Hawaii, because it's going to be, Wazoo will change from the offense they kind of ran to the Hawaii offense, which seems similar, but it's not really. You still try to run the ball a little bit. So I do like Oregon State. And remember, this is the 54-53 game last year that cost Oregon State a bowl game. I still hate Wazoo because of that. They cost the Beavers a bowl game. So I do like that one. I think Oklahoma's going to roll on Kansas. I looked at the score last year. I don't think there was much motivation. I think I remember it was rain, lightning delay. I think it's 45-20, but I don't know what kind of bowl Oklahoma can get back into, but with
I don't know what kind of bowls there are.
There's every single one of them.
Okay.
I think
that is not true.
I think 3.
No Bahamas Bowl.
And no Belk Bowl, but that one died a couple years ago.
No, they have a new one, Duke's Mayonnaise. That's what the bowl is in Charlotte now.
Okay.
The Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl. I know my bowls. Know your bowl.
Know your bowl.
Can we move on to NFL? And we'll circle back if you think anything else.
One thing, I think the greatest fun thing about it is for local time, there's a noon Pac-12 games. Noon Eastern Pac-12 game that I think is going to be a shootout. USC and Arizona State. I kind of like taking the points, the 11, but
that's crazy.
That USC offense, is really good with tons of kids on wide receivers and skills. So they're gonna sling it all around. But Daniels, the quarterback from Arizona State's really good. Last year's game, I don't know why they're playing, just to get on TV, I guess, and spread out. But
there's no fans anyway, right, at these games in the Pac-12.
I would not think so at USC. So, but last year was 31-26. It was 38-35. The road team's 4-1 straight up the last 5. I'm taking Arizona State plus the 11, whatever it is. Herm might be able to get a little upset against Helton. He's definitely got the better coach than Helton. So
Helton is still there.
He is still somehow still there.
I was going to ask who their coach is. All right, let's move on to the NFL. A game that was played a few weeks ago. Wager, and you took the Washington football team because you were just going to take whoever was the dog in that matchup between Washington and New York. New York was a favorite. They win by 1. So the dog, Washington, wins via the spread there. This time it's flipped. Washington, a 2.5 point favorite. So are you going to take the dog again?
Man, it's division dogs are 10-1 against the spread right now, and there's 2 or 3 out there this week.
Washington's 3-0 against the spread in the division.
I know, and I really
That's a dog every time.
Yeah, I like Washington in this spot. They're coming off a bye, right?
They are.
Yeah, they're coming off a bye. They can go the 3-0 and 3-1 in the conference, or 2-1 in conference. 3-1 division. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I say we're still headed to Week 17. Eagles.
You said that a while back, and starting to look a little bit more realistic right now.
I mean, Giants off a short week, off a really good game that people are going to see and the public's going to see, and they're going to take the points. That's why I think
if they watch the game, they're not. But Daniel Jones is
well. If they just see the score,
yeah,
so
I agree.
But Tampa Bay on one of the biggest look aheads of the year. Not Buffalo against Tennessee look ahead, but I mean looking ahead to New Orleans primetime game, which they absolutely have to win. You knew they were going to sleepwalk through that game.
Yeah,
I don't value that. Giants didn't really do anything there. Tampa just didn't do anything. I like Washington in the game, but man, it goes against the division dog right now.
Take my Washington football team. Are we going to lay 4 points with your Falcons? Just the fact that I'm considering it makes me sick to my stomach.
They're gonna win because they're screwing up their draft. They're gonna reel off this is every year for people that think, well, he's crazy. He's just a Falcons fan. No, Falcons have a lead in the NFL draft. Look at it that way. And now they're blowing the lead. They're going to win. What do they have? 2 wins now. They beat Minnesota and Carolina the last 2 games. They're on a roll. I mean, Denver had no business winning that game.
Well, both of these teams don't need to win. If you want to look at it that way, they're not going to go anywhere this year.
That is true. So I think it's, I don't know. Everything probably does lean towards Denver a little bit. It's just a bad spot. But they were 7-2 last 9 against the spread on the road. It's a really good dog. Their dog spot. Let me find that thing. I think he's 10-3. Yeah, 10-3 against the spread. The last 13 as a dog. But it just seems so trappy.
Tennessee seems to be a nice bounce back pick this week with the Bears, but it's 6.5. I had the Bears against the Saints last week. It was an ugly game. The Bears play tight against everybody. So, any thoughts on this matchup?
No, I don't. I mean, it's Tennessee's 0-2. Both teams are 0-2, but the last 2 straight up. But Chicago's been the dog in both times, and we're expected to lose. Tennessee has been the favorite. Kind of seems like a little bit of regression to the mean there for Tennessee. Bad defense for Tennessee, and 1-5 against the spread as a favorite last 6.
They'll get what the doctor ordered this week with the Bears offense.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a pass for me.
Okay. All right, let's talk about what you like, not what you don't care about. What are your favorite games? You were talking to Chandler about Panthers Chiefs earlier.
I like the Panthers plus the 10.5 or 11 here, whatever that number is. KC's off 2 pretty easy coasting wins against Denver and the Jets. They're looking ahead to a bye next week, so I think that you kind of have your bags packed, ready to kind of look ahead. It happens. I know you don't believe in look ahead and look behind and sandwiches.
I do believe in it. I think that is a weird one though. Like you're not looking at it. You're like, all right, we can go all in this week because we're off next week.
9 weeks in, guys are really banged up and injured. They've got some key guys out. They may rest some guys to get an extra week. It happens all the time.
Okay.
Carolina played on Thursday night, so they got 3 extra days. McCaffrey's been getting ready for 2 weeks. Teddy is going to just manage the game, not make any turnovers, give them easy points. I think they can keep it close. I don't think they'll win. I'm not sprinkling, but I think they can keep it close.
All right. What else on the board do you like?
I think Indy's a better team than Baltimore, and you're getting 3 points at home. I just don't. I mean, right now, Baltimore's passing attack is one of the worst, if not the worst, in the NFL.
Well, now it's 1.5. I guess people agree with you.
It's coming down.
Yeah.
Colts are 14-3 straight up, last 17 at home. They were just off a bye and got their defense healthy. Darius Leonard's always the key. Look at an injury report or practice report. If linebacker Darius Leonard's playing, that's a key for them. When he's been out, the defense has been a different defense, but he played last week against the Lions when they won 41-21. Rivers is going to do just enough. I mean, Baltimore's defense is good. I think it's a low scoring, tight game. I kind of looked at Baltimore off of Pittsburgh games last year, and they were flat both times. So they played a 23-16-17 game at Cincinnati as a big favorite, and then the last game of the year, then they turned around and lost to the Titans in the playoffs. So they've usually come off the Pittsburgh games a little flat. So I like the Colts plus the 3, especially if you're looking at teasers and things like that.
I love the Tua versus Murray. Now, so Miami's won all these games in a row. Their offense has not been very good, though, in these games. Is this like a spot where you could take the Cardinals here to, you said regression to the mean earlier with Tennessee. Could that happen to Miami in this game? Or what do you think? You like Miami?
I kind of like Miami. That's what I was talking to your coworkers there earlier before I got on air. Hey, Miami's defense is a top 10 defense.
I agree.
Right now.
Their defense is playing well.
And look at the teams they've played. So they played Cam, a different running style quarterback, but the teams that Miami has played, they played Cam, they played Josh Allen, they played Russell Wilson, they play offenses that are built. Yeah, throw that one out. You don't have to have it every single week. Hey, Darnold, that 60-yard touchdown run was one of the best quarterback run of the year.
That is true. Yeah. What is Kyler Murray going to do to him? If Darnold can do that, give me Kyler over rushing props.
And now you were saying that whatever game you watched, the Giants and Tampa game, if you watch the Seahawks and the Cardinals game, the one that Arizona won, you would think there was no way. I mean, they got completely outplayed in that game. But the week before that was Dallas, which was awful, and they didn't play great in that game. I mean, they were trying to see. Anyway.
I might tell you with Boise, but we'll go head to head on this one. I'll take the Cardinals.
I'm not saying, again, I think Tua's a bust, which is tough for me to say. I think he's a bust, but I think that defense is going to hold Arizona down a little bit. Plus, Arizona's got Buffalo. They jump into that. They got Seattle. They got the Rams coming up. They're off that bye. As much of the sandwich spot, the worst sandwich spot of the year for Seattle at Buffalo, and that's why I'm not going to jump all over Seattle, even though that one's tough and looks like it, because Seattle's off the San Francisco game. They got Rams next week, and then they get the Arizona rematch, and they go on cross-country to Buffalo this week. And Buffalo can't really stop the run, but Seattle doesn't stop the run. Seattle's 32nd ranked defense. I already checked. It's sunny and 65 with 6 miles an hour wind in Buffalo on Sunday. That's going to be an absolute shootout. I kind of like Buffalo taking the points there. And then what Kyler Murray did to him, again, Allen runs a little bit slower than that, but I like that spot there.
How about Breeze Brady too?
It's all Tampa for me on that one. So if you look at the numbers on that, I mean, it wasn't, obviously they lost in week one, but it was week one for Brady playing with his new team. I'll find him.
I trust you. I trust that you will.
Yeah. The numbers there were completely, I mean, it was Tampa outgained New Orleans 310 to 271 yards. So there was a pick six. There was no turnover down short. That was an easy score for New Orleans. New Orleans really didn't do much that game. They only gained 82 yards rushing. Breeze was on 18 of 30 for 160 yards. He had Michael Thomas. They held Kamara to 18 yards on 12 rushes. They shut him down. This seems like Green Bay, Tampa game. They're going to shut New Orleans short passing down, which is what they're doing. And Breeze, I don't know if he's going to have Thomas. I don't know if he's going to have Sanders. He might wait if you want to, because you'll get a better number.
Sanders said he was going to play. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he makes that determination or not.
He might.
He might determine who plays for the whole team. He
might
should be the team doctor.
Yeah.
/ player.
Here's why I know you'll love this one, because you hate the Cowboys as much as I do.
As much as the next man.
Yeah, as much as anybody should. Pittsburgh as a road favorite of 7 or more, and they're a 14-point favorite this week, against a team that averages over a half a turnover a game. So good defense, team that's going to make mistakes, give them some easy scores, right? They're 22-1 against the spread under Tomlin.
Wow.
They're also a road favorite against a team that throws 35 plus. I think we've talked about this. Their last 23 games have gone under.
Do we even know not that it matters, the Cowboys quarterback this week? We know it's not DiNucci. It's going to be either, what's his name? Cooper Rush? Is that
is they going Cooper Rush?
It's him or, help me out. Who's the other guy the Cowboys are talking about starting? I'm looking around. Nobody's saying anything. Yeah, nobody knows. I can't remember.
It's like Garrett something.
Gilbert Grape.
Oh, Gilbert.
It's former Carolina Panther Garrett Gilbert.
What's eating Gilbert Grape? Garrett Gilbert Grape.
I'm gonna stay away from it. I mean, 14 road favorite. That's Chiefs versus Jets.
Good news, folks. This is 4:32. That means this is the the primetime game everybody gets to see in the afternoon.
Oh, that's great.
NFC East back, baby.
It's entertaining just because it's
awful.
It's like watching the Falcons or the Chargers in the fourth quarter give up leads. To that point, I love the Chargers this week against the Raiders. I think you're getting tons of value there because Chargers blew a lead again. The Raiders won a game in the snow and cold against
a pick'em.
Baker with his little tiny hands who can't hold on to the ball when it's cold.
Do you know how many million people are going to bet on the Las Vegas Raiders
I know.
this week?
They are going to be the public. It opened at Chargers -3. And you're getting a pick at home.
Why are the Chargers? What am I missing here?
You're not. The same reason why. Well, I thought people were.
No. The Raiders should be favored in this game.
Well, they open up as it opened up Chargers -3, and then it got bet that much.
Okay, all right. So people are betting the Raiders. You love the Chargers spot here.
I do.
I don't know. I don't see the fast. I know that. The rookie has been slinging it around and everything, but
slinging it around in terms of if you haven't noticed, the Chargers are number 2 offense in the NFL right now behind the Seahawks. Las Vegas is 11th. I think Bosa may have some concussion issues, so I need to check that. But they're 12th versus the run, and that's what the Raiders do to open everything else up. Is Josh Jacobs. Plus, the Raiders have had 2 really good wins this year.
Yeah,
Chiefs. They came right back and then got blown out by Tampa after that. And then when they beat New Orleans early in the year, they went to New England and gave up 35 or 36 to Cam and lost those games. So they have not handled winning very well.
Okay. I understand. Like, everything says it's one of those where everybody's going to bet the Raiders, but it points to a.
They're going to be the. Plus, it's Vegas now, too. But Vegas is definitely going to be the public back on that. So there's 2 or 3 that you can see that one. Tampa's going to be I would think, a public bet on that. Denver will be as well. They'll be the public dog. That may be tonight's the Packers are the biggest public play that's probably going to be for the entire weekend.
Chalky McGee going all favorites tonight. We are out of time. We are overtime. Are you good?
We got 1 minute. I mean, he's fine out there.
Technically, we're supposed to take this break at 3:56.
Oh, okay.
So we are overtime.
So, all right.
NASCAR Championship. Who you got?
I took Keselowski because he's got the longest odds. So I think one of the Penske teams is. I think either.
I thought he was the favorite.
No.
What are you moving lines?
No.
Are you putting? How much money did you put on that to make him the favorite?
Oh, millions. They let you put that on them.
Let me look at it again.
He was 3-1.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like 220, 250. It's a small difference, but I think Logano probably wins it. Anybody but the 9, right? I think we can all agree on that. Anybody but the 9. AB.
Why are you saying that?
What's the 9's name? Chase, right? ABC. So we can use that ABC.
Why are you against him?
I don't know. I don't want him to win.
Okay. And you're right. Keselowski is the I guess probably because people are betting Chase. Denny's the good story. I like those 2 guys.
Denny's not going to win. I think Redbeard would tell you that. Denny will find a way to put it in the wall and lose early on. Harvick's going to win the race.
I agree.
Harvick owns Phoenix, so I'm going to bet Harvick to win the race, but everybody's going to want to bet championship. So really it's probably whoever finished second is going to win it and win some stages. I think Keselowski is going to be fine. I really like him at Bristol. He's run okay there. Looked at some numbers. Again, Logano's probably the better of those 2. Just as long as Chase doesn't win, I think I'll be happy.
Keselowski is plus 300 to win the race, which is to
win the championship.
No, to win the race.
Oh, okay.
He's the favorite. To win the championship, he has the longest odds out of the 4. Why does that... that makes no sense to me.
Makes no sense, except that that makes no sense.
Okay.
Again, I think what's Harvick to win the race?
Plus 500. He's tied with Chase.
Lock of the weekend right there. Take your 5 times money on the 4, especially after not getting in there.
I think that'd be awesome if he just smoked them all and
He does there. He just, I don't know if I guess he's starting 5th, right? Because the 4 finalists will start up there. He'll be in the lead and whatever. It's 312 laps or some weird number. He'll lead like 280 of them and it'll be a boring race. But he owns that track.
I kind of like that. I might do that. All right. Thanks, Wager.
Thank you.
Stephen Igo is coming in next. We will take a timeout, talk some Pirate football, Pirate hoops, and more. Make some picks with Igo. See what he says about BYU, Boise State, Cincinnati, Houston, ECU, Tulane, Georgia, Florida, and Clemson, Notre Dame. Back with more on Pirate Radio Live after this. Arsenal got to go.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is former ECU tight end Bryce Williams from my friends at the Auto Store Group. If you're in the market for a quality used vehicle, then the Auto Store Group is for you. The Auto Store Group has 3 locations and over 150 quality used vehicles to choose from for all budgets. Shop their entire inventory today at theautostoregroup.com. The Auto Store Group, your hometown store and Pirate owned and operated for over 38 years. Go Pirates!
Weekdays are a great time to visit North Carolina State Parks. The best time to learn about nature is to be able to look, listen, and feel its natural beauty. A visit to the North Carolina State Parks is perfect for homeschoolers, scout groups, and teachers looking for a fun field trip during the week. You'll be amazed at all the natural wildlife you'll see when you experience the beauty of each North Carolina State Park. Visit ncparks.gov to get all the information on the closest park near you.
Did you know that the average age of a skilled mason in North Carolina is 47 years old? Hi, this is Tim Manning with Tradesformers, a youth apprenticeship program designed to connect talented students with growing industry trades in our area. November is National Apprenticeship Month, and we encourage anyone interested in joining the growing trade workforce to visit tradesformers.com to learn more and to get started. The possibilities and career paths ahead of you are endless.
This just in, the holidays are not canceled. Now, back to you.
Thanks, Shirley. With the holidays approaching, it is time to plan those special end-of-the-year get-togethers with friends and coworkers at Emporium. Explore your pour at Emporium, Greenville's favorite place for private events. Emporium offers 52 self-pour taps, plus a nice selection of wine and champagne on tap as well. Book today by calling 565-8773 or visit Emporium.com and follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Emporium, Dickinson Avenue, downtown Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Baseball is back at Clark LeClaire Stadium. We will be hosting several youth camps over the next couple months. All camps will be at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and all camps are open to participants between the ages of 7 and 13. Make sure to check out our camp website at cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com for all camp details and registration information. And of course, go Pirates!
Hey, this is Jay from Villa Verde. Did you know that Villa Verde opened up its second location? Yes, it's Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard across the hospital. This new location is a fast, casual environment where you can make your own bowls for only $9.95. Choose from our fresh ingredients from our toppings bars or enjoy an amazing rotisserie chicken. We promise you can be in and out in less than 15 minutes. For a quick, healthy meal at an affordable price, visit us at Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
Can't make it to the game? Relax. Bostic Sugg Furniture can provide you with the best seats in the house. We have the area's largest selection of Lazy Boy motion furniture in stock and ready to go. Lazy Boy recliners, reclining sofas, love seats, and reclining sectionals in hundreds of colors, styles, fabrics, and leather, all at a very comfortable price. Remember, when it comes to Lazy Boy motion furniture, we're your ticket to the best seats in the house. Bostic Sugg Furniture in Greenville.
Banking is banking until service is not the same. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. PRL this afternoon is brought to you by Bud Light, who reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. And Cliff, as we head back in, Brett McMurphy just tweeted out, it is official. The Army Air Force game has officially been postponed. No idea how that's going to affect the Commander-in-Chief trophy because both Tulsa and Navy also got their game postponed. And we just got word that Louisiana Tech, North Texas, that's a Conference USA game, that was scheduled for Saturday. It has now been postponed. Because of COVID issues and contact tracing within the North Texas program.
That was my potential 100-point game that just got postponed.
So sorry.
No military schools this week. No, there's one Pac-12 game down that you mentioned earlier. Do you remember that one?
Yes, that's the Washington, California game.
Okay, Washington, Cal. There's a Big Ten game missing with Wisconsin and their issues. So
now here's the big question. ECU is on what this weekend? ESPN Plus?
What? Yes.
Okay, so with these games being postponed, could there be another television shuffle coming up this weekend?
there would be a shuffle somewhere. I don't know if it'll make it to ECU. We got to see what else is scheduled in that noon time slot. I'll look it up, Shirley, real quick. Stephen Igo's here. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Clip.
How are you?
I'm doing good. You're getting to that time of the week now where
homeless dressed and blonde kid.
You have to really cross your fingers. I feel like if you make it to midday, not even midday, I'd probably say late day Thursday, that's when you kind of feel good about it. But even then, you still have the Friday testing. But, for me, when ECU puts out its like game day article and its uniform reveal, that's when I start to feel like it's real.
When is that?
Today. They've already put game day.
So you're feeling pretty good.
They haven't done the uniform reveal yet, but usually they do that Thursday evening or Friday morning. So
it's gonna be a guy looking up at a camera.
Yeah. They're gonna have. They actually showed. I saw a video of it on Instagram. The camera. They've got like a little swing thing that they do.
Oh, cool!
It's pretty cool looking.
So they okay. I like that.
I thought it was what's it called? One of those.
There's just a lot of arms moving around in
I thought they were using a drone to fly up over him, but no, they're just swinging the camera.
All right, good work. By the way, so Shirley, if you want ECU on an ESPN family of network on television, Michigan State, Iowa is the noon ESPN game. On the U, it's Arkansas State, Louisiana. On the 2, it is North Carolina, Duke. And ABC is West Virginia, Texas. So all those games still on. As it looks right now, ECU will still be on the plus. But we shall see. Still a lot to be determined there. All right, Igo, where to begin? I guess we will begin with ECU and Tulane coming up this Saturday. You tweeted out Friday night that ECU's defense was playing with, dare I say, swagger. I think you had a question mark at the end of that, perhaps.
I did.
You were not fully committed to saying
not fully committed.
ECU's defense is playing with swagger. Are you ready to say it right now, or do you need to see a little bit more?
I need to see more.
Now, when did you tweet that? Was that the first half? Okay, so things did change in the second half. Thank you, Shirley. Mr. Swagger, Stephen Igo is here.
Late first half, I contacted my buddy Tim Irvin, and he said that based on the second half, the swag is not in full effect yet. So I'll say they're playing with some swag. I will not say they are playing with swagger.
Okay. But the potential is there.
It's moving in that direction. I mean, the thing I like most is Xavier Smith. He made a big hit, and he was just like talking junk going off the field, and they kept the camera on him, and he was screaming at the Tulsa guy. I'm like, this is what I miss. This is what I need in my life. Like some ECU football where the defense plays with the attitude. They're flying around out there. They're trying to play with swagger, and they're getting there. I think they need a little bit more consistency and confidence, and they'll be there fully. Like, I want to see the whole defense doing that.
Yeah.
Obviously, to a certain extent, you have to stop, but it's just good to see the guys playing with some emotion and fire. Like, too often we've seen them make a play and not really respond, but a lot of people get mad about when you make a play and you don't show any emotion. But for me, I guess it does depend on the score. But I like to see my defense doing that.
I do too. It's everybody has their preference, favorite flavor of ice cream. What's yours?
It just depends on where I'm going, but usually some sort of chocolate, cookies and cream, that sort of thing.
Right. Okay. Everybody has their favorites, and everybody has their preference on what a player does after he makes a big tackle or a sack. Well, I love when Ryan Kerrigan for Washington gets a sack and does the Shawn Michaels HBK celebration. Yeah. It fires me up. Like I like, is it different in college? Maybe, I don't know, but I like some emotion out of my players.
Well, there's the Bill Belichick clip. I don't know if you've ever seen it, where he goes around and says, "Hey, we work all week to make these plays, so when we make the play, let's celebrate as a team. Let's not just walk back to the huddle and act like we didn't work all week for that." So if Bill Belichick's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. All right. Defense playing well despite what happened. I think you asked Blake Harrell about that yesterday, didn't you? In fact,
yes.
Shirley, do we have that? The cuts loaded? Can we do Blake Harrell numero 4?
I can tell you prepared a lot for the show.
I did. Blake Harrell number 4. How was Tulsa able to move the ball in the second half?
We didn't get them on third down. That was the big key. In the first half, I think they were only 3 of 14, 3 of 16, something like that on third down. and 3 of the third downs they converted. 1 in the first half on a 3rd and 8, and we just didn't match number 2 in the curl there. And then in the second half, they had 2 3-and-1s, where in the first half, those 3-and-1s were 3 and 5, 3 and 6s. And we were, executing on those downs. 3-and-1 for us with a 230-pound running back was a little bit tough. And I didn't think we did a great job of stopping the run. It gave them some flexibility. And then the first drive of the half, they went right down the field, just didn't handle that really well, come out of the half like we should have. You'd like to set the tempo there at the first drive of the second half. But the key all goes back to, stopping the run, putting them in second extra long, third and extra long situations where they're behind the sticks, behind the chains, and the success rate plays in our favor a little bit more.
All right, there is Blake Harrell, defensive coordinator, and 3-and-1, 3-and-5, 3-and-6. I knew exactly what he was talking about there. And he was really breaking it down pretty quickly that ECU has to do, I guess, a better job on first down, second down, right? And avoid those 3rd and shorts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as good as ECU's young defensive line has played. I'm not going to take them versus Tulsa's gigantic offensive line on a 3rd and 1 any day of the week. I mean, Tulsa's just so big in the trenches that plays more to them, whereas in pass protection they have struggled this year. So when ECU got them a 3rd and long, you could tell the quarterback was uncomfortable. They were able to do that. And then even in the second half, they stopped them on a couple of 3rd downs, but then Tulsa went for it on 4th down, especially that one drive. They converted 2 4th and shorts, or 4th and medium, and a 4th and short, and that was kind of a backbreaker. So I thought, at the end of the day, the defense should have given up 27 points. And that is a good number in this league. I mean, if you're giving up less than 30, you're doing your job. I mean, you look at Tulane, they're averaging 30 points a game. If you give up less than 30 to Tulane, you're doing a heck of a job on defense. You could play well on defense this week and still give up 30, 31 points. I mean, Tulane scored on everybody. So I think this is a difficult matchup. The thing that worries me most is that the running game in the second half for Tulsa, they were able to chew up some big yardage in the running game. ECU's got to get that corrected.
I'm looking it up. I go 37 pass attempts for Zach Smith last week, 37 rush attempts. And Tulane would like to play that style as well. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more than they throw. So that is that the number one concern, their running game going into this weekend?
Definitely their running game. And they've got 3 or 4 backs that can get it done. If you're ECU, you want to take away the run and force the true freshman quarterback to beat you. Granted, he's got a good arm. He's capable of making some throws down the field, but he's not consistent. When you can run the ball consistently, it's too easy for an offense. So you have to take that away and force the quarterback to beat you in some one-on-one situations, which I think ECU will do. Looking into their numbers, Tulane really as an offense hasn't been blitzed a lot when Michael Pratt's been in there at quarterback. I think only on 33 of 150-something dropbacks. So I expect Blake Harrell to really test him with the blitz early, see how he responds. But again, it's hard to blitz a guy if you're always in 3rd and short, and they run the ball so effectively they get in those situations.
Such a shame to look at these AAC standings because you said it right after the game on Friday. If we weren't in 2020 and things went right on the field with the calls and in the replay booth, ECU would be 3-1 in league play right now.
You'd be on a 3-game winning streak right now.
You'd be a half game behind Cincinnati in the loss column, tied with SMU ahead of everybody else. Like that, and it's so close. Yeah. It's hypotheticals, it's what ifs, but it's what almost should be. And if when you look at it,
if that was, we're going way down the rabbit hole,
right?
Here. But if you were in that scenario, you win this weekend, then you have a first place game at Cincinnati on Friday night next weekend. So, it's unfortunate, but
maybe we're closer than I thought to being.
Yeah.
Now I'm worried about this game though.
And they got to go out and win this game, I think, and then we can really, and we talked about it on Tuesday, I think, about how they're starting to stack some good performances together, even without the wins. If they do this again, if they go out and beat Tulane and just play a clean game, I think you start to say they have pretty much not fully turned the corner, but they are turning the corner for sure. If they go out and lose by 15 or even lose the game, period, then you're a little disappointed.
I was thinking of that phrase on the way into work today. I go, turn the corner. In fact, Shirley, if you go to press box folder, there's Brian skip, meet, or turn somewhere.
What we have to do is we have to turn and turn some more. And when we're done turning, we're going to turn again. And then after we turn 2 or 3 more turns, we're going to turn them all into turns.
That was Brian Meador's Skip Holt's impression, which is dead on. He said turn quite a bit. Can you turn the corner in losses? Like in a tight defensive, pretty good showing against Navy, a game where you got screwed by the refs against Tulsa. Do you have to win those games officially to turn a corner? I think the corner is starting to be turned.
They're turning it as we speak, and now you got to get a win or two to actually turn it. I mean, that's the thing is you're turning it. It's like, are you going to spin out now, or are you going to finish the turn?
That's
what we're going to have to do is we have to turn and turn some more. And when we're done turning, we're going to turn again. And then after we've turned 2 or 3 more turns, we're going to turn them all into turns.
I love the finish on that. Turn them all into turns. It was perfect, Skip. Now you got to go out, get that official W in the win column, chalk it up, and get a win over Tulane this weekend. Offensively, I go outside of the fumbles. Although, talked to Donnie Kirkpatrick yesterday, had some missed opportunities in the red zone as well, something they're going to have to clean up. But ECU's putting up points. Could have put up a lot more points last weekend.
Yeah, that's the thing that Donnie Kirkpatrick said that stood out to me is, we need to put up more points. We should be putting up more points. And, they're averaging 30 points a game, which really isn't that bad. But if you think about it, I mean, you're at the point now where if you're ECU's offense, on any given play, you can run the ball. The way Rajay Harris has run the ball, you can run the ball with success. You can throw it to Tyler Snead. You can throw it to CJ. You can throw it to Blake Pearl. You can run a draw. You can throw it to Omatosha. There's a lot of options now that the defense has to prepare for. So, I mean, if they execute, they should be able to put up points. And I was looking at it earlier today for an article based off Donnie's comments. They've turned the ball over multiple times every game except for South Florida. And then they put up 40.
Not a coincidence.
Yeah, so they put up 44 points and won in a blowout. So I think if they could have a clean game, you could have a game where you score 40-plus points. The potential's there. If Holton plays like he did on Friday, I mean, they can do some serious damage.
And I've heard Donnie mention this before, too. Like, you throw it 50 times, you probably don't want to see that. That's a lot of pass attempts. But when you run the ball for over 100 yards, when you complete 38 of those passes, I mean, Holton Ahlers was just as efficient in that game as he was when he was, 17 to 25 or whatever in the South Florida game.
Yes, I mean, it's just a lot of it just depends on what the defense gives you what's working. Tyler Snead in the flats underneath was working. They were playing zone for a lot of the game, especially over the middle and in the flats. So that was open. You take that. I mean, they were able to run the ball at a pretty good clip, but not as consistently as we saw against South Florida. So if they're giving it to you, you take it. And that's the thing. Holton was making some great throws against 7-8 man coverages where it was just timing routes into the heart of the defense that Tulsa couldn't do anything against. So they're definitely trending in the right direction. It's just got to continue it and keep these performances and all the preparation that goes into them continued.
Scott, to answer your question on Facebook Live, yes, Navy versus Tulsa has been postponed, one of many games postponed this weekend. Somehow the Packers and Niners are playing tonight. The Packers have the Niners have 1 million guys out, but they're playing NFL football tonight, and there are 2 college games coming up tonight as well. All right, we got to take a break. We got to talk some hoops.
Hoops.
I mean, we could wait to do our complete ECU schedule predictions, but I say we go ahead and pick the non-con.
No.
Yes, we do it every year.
Fine, whatever.
Why not now?
Let's do it.
We're going to go WL on the non-con ECU basketball games because we finally have those dates and those teams, so we will talk about that when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this. The best place in Greenville to unwind and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's is open every day with great food and great drink specials. During the week, stop by for open mic, music on the patio, or sports trivia with me, Clip Rock. The weekends are made for football. Watch every game in college on Saturday, and every Sunday is Fun Day with the NFL ticket. Follow AJ's on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to see their features menu and weekly lineup. AJ McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bells Fork, and online at ajmcmurphys.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2020 Cadillac Escalade and save over $18,000 off. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Get your ice cold Bud Light. Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's turn a trip to the branch into a tap on your phone. Let's hit pause on a lost debit card without hitting pause on life. That's how First National Bank is redefining convenience with a top-rated mobile app that puts more security and control at your fingertips and friendly people to help you succeed right by your side. Let's get started at fnb-online.com or your local First National Bank. FNB member FDIC.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool and Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool and Supply.
Hi, this is Luke Kuechly. Last season, I was captain on defense. This season, since so many of us will be watching football from home, I'm football watching with Pepsi. And you know me, I pour everything I've got into it. All right, football watchers, let's do this. Opening click-offs. Here we go. Click on, click off. Click on, click off. Stretch that thumb. You can't have finger fatigue bringing you down in the postseason. Nice job. And my favorite, second half sip-offs. Pepsi's up, lift, pull, open. Ice cold Pepsi and watching football. Nothing better.
It's not game day without a delicious, refreshing Pepsi, the official soft drink of the National Football League. Head to your nearest retailer, grab your Pepsi before kickoff, then sit back, relax, and cheer on your favorite team. Pepsi, made for football watching.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. I know it's Thursday because Igo is here. Wager being in here on a Thursday confused me for a moment there. We are creatures of habit. Steven, the basketball non-conference schedule is out, and it is a doozy. You've got the tournament going on in the beach bubble, the Gulf Coast Showcase, where ECU will play 3 games.
By the way, have you tried to read the entire Gulf Coast Showcase hashtag beach bubble, like the name of the tournament? It's really confusing. According to ECUPirates.com, I'll read the whole thing here in a second. It says, the other 3 games will be at a neutral site previously announced BDG Sports hashtag beach bubble.
BDG
at the
Sports.
Gulf Coast Showcase in Fort Myers, Florida.
Live on flowsports.com.
Live on Flow Sports.
So, yeah, that's a mouthful.
Hashtag beach bubble.
So 3 games there. We'll talk about those opponents in a moment. December 5th at home, Radford. December 7th, that is a Monday, taking on UNCW at 6 o'clock. December 10th, that is a 6 o'clock Thursday nighter. And I was about to complain about tip-off times, but there's not going to be fans in there anyway, it appears.
Probably not.
December 19th, Saturday, James Madison is a 2 o'clock. Speaking of that, John Gilbert, couple of notes from him earlier today. ECU will not be playing Marshall on the 5th. Now, did he say they could potentially still have a game on the 5th?
Yes, he said they're looking into it, kind of to be determined, because the conference basically has asked all teams to leave the 5th open for, potential postponements or cancellations, or even if games need to get moved around, even if your team's not affected, like if they have to do an NFL style, we're going to put you here and do the puzzle piece thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to leave that date open until the conference slate really concludes, it looks like. So they probably won't be able to schedule a game until a week or two in advance.
And Gilbert said what about the fans, Iga?
For basketball?
Yeah.
He did not give an exact number. He just said it looks like there will be very few fans allowed.
So my dad will be allowed, right?
Until January. I would assume no. The state executive order as it stands right now through mid-November allows for 25 fans for indoor sporting events.
Say that number again. 250?
25 fans allowed for indoor sporting
2,500?
25.
25.
Which it makes perfect sense. You can go to Walmart where hundreds of people are walking around, but you can't go to a giant indoor sports venue. You can only have 25 people there. It makes perfect sense. Science.
I wonder how many sections do you think there are in Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum?
Probably about 20.
So, look, there's been times where my dad's been the only guy in 213. Maybe he could be the one man to represent that section.
It's possible.
Defense.
Get a socially distanced defense chant going on.
Let's go.
I hope the guy that yells at the ref, "Come on, ref!"
No, I want to know if Morgan Ayers is going to be on the mic just doing his
showtime.
Jaden Gardner in front of nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Pirate.
All right, get loud, get on your feet. It is showtime. Time for the show.
Showtime.
So, are you guys going to be there?
I don't know.
Or am I going to be there representing Pirate Radio in a media capacity?
Who knows? At this point, we could sit socially distanced and all. I could have an entire section myself to report on the game.
Yeah.
I was going to say, would they still put you up in the rafters?
I'm sure
Probably,
they would.
yeah.
I imagine they won't allow anybody on the floor.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
I can understand not allowing, people right there, but, man, you should be able to have 1,000 people in an 8,000 seat stadium and spread them out. It's just so stupid to me.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So Radford, UNCW, North Florida, James Madison. The other 3 games will be played in the Beach Bubble Gulf Coast Showcase presented by FlowSports.com. Indiana State up first. I've got the bracket here. Since we missed out on March Madness, I say we do a bracket, we all fill out brackets here in the office.
Joe Lenardi and get the seat in on this
Let's
thing.
break it down. So East Carolina will open up with Indiana State, the Sycamores, 8 o'clock, November 25th. I got to find a way to get that game on TV at Trivia. That'll be a fun night at AJ's if we could do that. So the winner of that game will play the winner of Austin P. Omaha. Same with the losers. And you go into the losers bracket or winners bracket. Other teams in this field, East Tennessee State, really good last year, lost their coach. Jeff Nadeau said they lost some pieces, so not as good as last year. We shall see. Abilene Christian, don't know anything about them. Akron, former home of Ding Riak, and Middle Tennessee, they beat Michigan State in the tournament years and years ago.
And now they were horrible last year.
Rick Stock still coaching the basketball team?
Probably so. He's been there long enough.
I think so. All right, so let's make some picks, some predictions.
Let's do it.
I go. ECU versus Indiana State, season opener.
Indiana State.
Toss up.
I mean, this game worries me. It's at a neutral venue.
I got the Pirates winning this game.
I'm learning my lesson from last year. I'm going to Indiana State.
Oh, how about that? So Igo's taking Indiana
State went 18-12 last year. Had their top 2 or 3 scores back. They added a pretty good transfer. So,
all right,
give me the Sycamores.
Just glad we don't play Navy in the Veterans Classic. All right, so then now we have to project. Well, now we play different teams. All right, we're gonna have to do it like this though. So I got ECU playing Austin P in the next game. You've got them playing Omaha. So you're gonna take.
The Pirates are gonna crush Omaha. It'll be a bounce back game for Dooley's bunch.
All right, so this is confusing. ECU beats Omaha, and I'm gonna say Austin P beats ECU. So now I've got ECU playing Abilene Christian or Akron.
What? Okay.
In the loser game, the 5th place game.
Yeah, okay.
Or whatever. What are we going for at this point?
You should have the. Yeah, you're right. This is so confusing, man. All right, so let's project the upper part of the bracket.
Okay.
Akron versus East Tennessee State or Middle Tennessee versus East Tennessee?
I'm going to go East Tennessee State versus Middle Tennessee.
Okay, and then the loser of that game would play ECU in your bracket.
Oh, crap. So we're still playing different teams.
Yep. I think so.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Okay. So, wait, we're in the 3rd place game in my bracket?
Yes.
All right. ECU versus Middle Tennessee. I got the Pirates winning that game.
And now I got to figure out who ECU's playing. I guess
either Abilene or Akron, right?
I'm going to say Akron beats Abilene Christian, therefore ECU beats Akron. No Ding Riak. Okay. So Pirates go 2-1.
We both have ECU 2-1. We just have them getting there in a different way. This is going to be fascinating when this happens. All right, the rest of the schedule. Radford. Now, what was their record last year?
They were around 19-12.
Chandler, what is Radford's nickname? No? You out? You know what I go?
Yeah, Highlanders.
The Highlanders.
A couple years ago, they won the Big South. Last year, I think, finished near the top of the league.
They're always at the top of the league.
Yeah,
now that I think about it. I talked to Chris Haymeyer from Campbell, and we talk a lot about Radford. Yeah, being good. So what are you saying?
I'm saying this is a toss-up game, but I'm going with ECU at home. Home opener. You know, the 25 fans in attendance are going to be going nuts. And
Jaden Gardner.
And I'll take the Pirates.
All right, that home court advantage for ECU.
I think ECU even beat Radford when they were bad a couple years ago in Dooley's first year.
All right,
or maybe
let's do it again.
Maybe I had that.
UNCW. I think that's a W for the Pirates.
Yeah, new coach for the Seahawks, but this is the Shaquem Phillips revenge game.
Oh,
and the Amaje Dodd revenge game.
Oh, forgot about that.
And I think they're going to put up some points, although their family won't be able to be in the stands to see them because only 25 people will be there. So give me the Pirates.
This next game is an old rivalry, Joe Dooley versus North Florida. They used to play each other, Florida Gulf Coast, down there in the Atlantic Sun.
What's their nickname?
They are the Ospreys.
Yeah, nailed it.
I'm going to take ECU to win this game. I don't know anything about North Florida.
North Florida had a really good year last year.
Oh, crap.
I think they may have been 18-11 or 19-12. So
they've really been impacted by COVID.
How's that?
I don't know that to be a fact. It just sounds like something smart to say right now.
I'm actually going to go that this game gets canceled.
That is a great prediction. All right, you're in.
Yes.
All right. North Florida ECU gets canceled.
They have a long trip.
I didn't even think about that. And they're in Florida. It's going to spread like wildfire. Where is North Florida?
North Florida?
Yeah.
In North Florida, I don't know. I'm guessing the Jacksonville-ish area.
North Florida University. Let's find out what city that is in. Jacksonville.
Damn.
Well done. And finally, revenge game. The Dukes of James Madison put 100 on ECU last year, and of course they had a great year, right?
Yeah, they went 8-21, and their coach got let go.
So they score 100 against ECU, win 7 more games all year, and fire the coach. ECU has to beat. This is a must-win for Joe Dooley.
You know what's really interesting here is there might be a conference game before
James
Madison.
Interesting. They're playing 2, right?
Yeah,
they want to play 2 December conference games,
and there's a window for 3. There's 3 windows for conference games in December. So
when do we get that schedule?
And maybe tomorrow, maybe early next week. But
maybe you'll know something tonight.
Maybe tonight. James Madison. I like their hire. They hired a really good coach from Georgia Southern, he had like 131 and 94 record there.
You're not going to say his name because you don't know.
I don't know his name. I just looked it up about 5 minutes prior to the show. And I will go with the Pirates at home. I think they score 92.
Tacos.
And James Madison scores 76.
Mark Byington. How would you say it? Byington?
Yeah, probably Mark Byington.
What are we doing about tacos this year? If ECU scores 75 or more, everybody watching the game gets a taco?
I'm going to guess not.
How's that work? You do have the Pirates winning that game?
Yeah. 25 fans get a taco.
I guess so, yeah. Maybe they can distribute other vouchers out to people. I don't know. All right, so you have ECU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. I've got them 6 and 1. You have one game being canceled. I think that's my favorite prediction of this so far. All right.
We clearly did not learn our lesson from last year.
We never do. They're going to go
We do the same thing every year.
Yeah, we pick them to win these games. They don't. They stink at the beginning of the year. They get better. We get excited. Great off season. It is a cycle. It is a vicious cycle.
But this should be the year. If you have 90...
Well, you say that every year.
They've got 98% of their scoring return. If you can't do it this year, it's never going to happen.
Oh, don't say that.
No, it's never going to happen if they can't do it this year.
What does do it mean?
Like win the majority of their non-conference games.
Oh, okay.
Go 5 and 2 or better.
You're only speaking non-conference right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
5 and 2 or better, I think, should be the goal.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, 6 and 1 with this schedule. But again, you do say some of these teams are pretty good, so don't want to.
I'm saying 5 and 2 is acceptable.
All right.
If you're Joe Dooley, 6 and 1 maybe is the goal. I don't know what the goal is.
What did Joe Dooley say about the non-conference, Shirley? Do you remember when Dooley was on the Brian Bailey show? He said something about
it could be a total goat rodeo.
That's true.
So he's been saying that, and I noticed that who's the old John Rothstein? He's been tweeting that a lot. I wonder who coined it first.
Yeah, Rothstein, I think, had that.
Okay.
So, all right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll make some picks. I don't know how I'm sitting this close to Igo because he is red hot. I can feel the heat coming off of him right now.
Did I really go 4-1 last week?
You went 4-1 last week. I have the results right here. You had East Carolina. You had SMU against Navy. You had UCF against Houston. You had Bama Lama against Mississippi State. Your only loss was Memphis against Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was not close. That's the game I felt best about.
That tells you how these things go. All right, we'll make some college football picks. Talk more with Steve and Igo after this. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Discover a new wave of refreshment. Crafted using seltzer water, 5% alcohol, and a hint of fruit. Available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with natural flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, 2019 Chicago. Visit whiteclaw.com for full nutritional information.
Do you think you or your employees might have been exposed to COVID-19? ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers easy employer solutions to COVID-19 testing. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Looking for your next career opportunity? How about some extra cash to help pay for school? Your locally owned and operated Dixon Foods McDonald's is hiring, and they would love to have you as part of the McFamily. They offer flexible hours, competitive pay, and financial support to pursue your education through McDonald's Archways to Opportunity program. Come join the family at McDonald's. Don't let this financial opportunity pass you by. Please visit DixonFoods.com to apply.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. A big question, will the fans come back? I'll have some thoughts after this.
This football season, prepare your taste buds for the most iconic sports watching drink of all time, Pepsi. Designed to power even the most passionate of armchair quarterbacks, Pepsi has everything you need to start strong, keep you in the zone, and recover from those triumphant wins.
Before I was just your average football fan, but thanks to Pepsi, I'm a football watching MVP. Nothing can stop me from cheering my team on to victory or overreacting when the ref makes a bad call. What do you mean he wasn't in? That looks like 2 feet to me.
With refreshing deliciousness specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness to help you power through game day, Pepsi is the premier football watching beverage.
I used to care when Mike cheered so hard he spilled nacho cheese on my carpet or wiped buffalo sauce on my new couch. But thanks to Pepsi, I'm so in the zone, even Mike can't ruin my football party. See? Don't even care.
So this football season, make Pepsi your go-to game day drink because it's the only drink made for football watching. Pepsi, that's what I like.
The pandemic will end at some point. We just don't know when. Life is not going to be like this forever, although it is going to change. It's tough watching all these football games played in empty stadiums. My fear is people are finding other things to do. I have said for years, way before COVID-19, that we are going to kill the goose who laid the golden egg. Ridiculous coaching salaries and contracts, money paid to inflated athletic department staffs, millions spent on facilities, people holding the purse strings were spending money like drunken sailors. It all had to end at some point. And like always, the consumer had to pay. But does the consumer still want to pay? The internet is a great thing. There are no secrets anymore. People know what the deal is. Will they continue to support sports enterprises? My guess is yes, but only at some level. COVID has changed everything, including the way we look at sports. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit Inside the Booth.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas for only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live, wrapping up hour number 2. Got about 10 minutes to go with Stephen Igo. Troy D will be a part of hour 3. He'll also be a part of our pick segment here. And Stephen Igo, red hot. Started slow. 4-1 last week. 25-20 now against the spread.
That's how it goes every year, man.
Yeah, you're hitting your stride.
Start.
That's what happens when you're homeless. You got plenty of time.
Yeah,
to work
I've been studying this stuff all week, talking to strangers coming up to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you just get tips from people that passers by.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not asking for money. He's asking for tips.
Yeah.
Yep. Just tips on games.
He made a sign that says,
"We'll work for tips."
Need your picks. Yeah. Troy,
need your picks.
You went.
How'd I do, Clay?
A very boring 3-2.
Oh, very pedestrian.
Which again,
that's consistency.
Although, but if you took,
but that's not why he's here.
You're in the good. I'm trying to go one way or the other.
Yeah,
all in bad or all in good, so you can make money.
Yeah, 3
I feel like
2.
I let you down again.
You did.
I'm sorry.
I let myself down by going 2-3 last week. Overall, on the year, I'm 24-21, still above 500 somehow with the picks. All right, so this week. We will start, as we always do, with East Carolina. They are 5-point underdogs at home, and all week I've had the feeling of don't let Tulsa beat you twice. But Troy, we had our Zoom press box earlier today. I threw out a score.
Brought up a good point.
And I'm kind of going against my feeling right now, and I'm going to take the Pirates to win outright against Tulane. We talked about turning the corner earlier, Igo. They're starting to turn that corner. We've seen it the last couple of weeks. Can they finally, officially turn the corner with a win? I'm going to say yes. I will take ECU plus the 5, and they win outright.
Yeah, I'm going ECU here. I think this is a pretty even matchup. I think if ECU won the last 2 games, instead of losing, they would be favored in this game.
Yeah, the line worries me a little. Like, it's a little strange.
It is fishy. But I'm going ECU. I don't think I think last week's score has a lot of people going Tulane as far as the Temple game, and Temple was missing like 15 players,
including their quarterback.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't bet on ECU, because sometimes the closer you are to something, the less you can see clearly. And, we follow ECU pretty closely. We deal with a lot of people that have good knowledge of ECU. I go often, we get inside tips, and it still doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Last week, I really thought East Carolina was in trouble going up against Tulsa. I was dead wrong. I think a lot of us were. And it just seems like whenever I feel ECU has no chance, they end up proving me wrong. And when I think they're going to do it, and man, this is a lock, they let me down. So it's like, and this is what worries me, because I feel really good about this weekend, guys, for the Pirates. I really do. I feel like East Carolina is turning the corner, as you said, Clip. I feel that ECU is going to make a statement Saturday and win the game and do it in a strong fashion. I mean, I think they're going to go out there and take care of business. And that is what worries me, because every time I get on the ECU bandwagon and start getting excited about it, they, bleep the bed, and, I'm wrong.
If we didn't record that press box earlier, I would have changed my pick right now. But I got to stick with it. That's
what I'm saying. It worries me that I'm this excited about picking ECU. I've not been this excited about picking ECU all season, by the way. I'm not one of these guys that picks ECU every week, as you know. I'll go against East Carolina often when I think they're going to lose. I think they're winning this weekend.
I think this is a good omen, guys. When I write down our picks, I put C for me, T for Troy, I for Igo for this game, and the order it went, CIT.
Wow.
On top of ECU.
It's a guarantee.
Clip, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and maybe that is the sign we've been looking for.
That is a great omen for this game.
Yeah, last time we played in the CIT, we won.
Well, is that true?
I think they lost in the first round.
I agree.
Damn it, Igo. Why do you got to remember so much? It's good. It's a great story.
But we have that banner.
All right, last time we made it to a CIT championship game, we won.
Akeem Richmond.
The only memory people have of the CIT
we
is
played in it before more than once?
Yeah, they played in it
They played in like 3 times.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Akeem Richmond, 3 at the buzzer. Troy loves talking about a last-second field goal. Maybe a Jake Verity 3.
Could be.
At the buzzer.
I feel it.
All right, Cincinnati taking on Houston. I've been on the Bearcat side a lot this year. 13.5 is a lot of points. Cincinnati minus 13.5 against Houston. This could be a back-and-forth type game. I'm actually going to take Houston here, plus the points. I think Cincinnati wins, but not by that many.
Yeah, Cincinnati's been playing at a optimum level recently, and I feel like it's hard to play that good for so long. I feel like they're due for a close game, or not a loss, but at least a game where they get scared. So I'm going to take Cincinnati. Or I'm going to take Houston to cover at Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati.
We still don't really know what Houston is fully, do we?
I mean, I watched a good bit of the UCF game, and they look overmatched. But I think, I would like to see the forecast for this game, because I think if it's going to be cold, I might lean towards Cincinnati. But I'll go Houston for now. I don't feel great about it, but I do think Cincinnati, they're not going to play this good all year. Like, they tend to play more close games.
Oh, Steven, I'm seeing a beautiful day.
Definitely going Houston.
70 degrees, no precipitation.
In November in Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, Ohio, sunny and 70, Troy D.
Wow.
All right.
What's the spread again?
13.5.
That's a lot of points, but give me the Bearcats to win by 14.
How's next Friday looking in Cincinnati? Can you go that far?
Yeah, all I got is next Thursday. 60 and 46. Trending down, getting...
It's too far out to project at this point.
All right. Game of the week, in my opinion.
What initials does this spell?
T-I-C. It's I-C on one side and T by itself on the other.
Yeah.
Tick.
Not quite as promising.
BYU, Boise State, 10 o'clock Friday night.
Oh, perfect.
It's not, though, because the Bud Light pregame tailgate starts like 10 hours later.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
That's true.
But
it just sounds like a Friday night game on ESPN.
And it's going to be an awesome game. BYU has steamrolled everybody. Boise State's 2-0. They've looked good. A couple of ranked teams here. BYU is a 3-point road favorite in Boise this weekend.
I'll take BYU all day long on this.
They've looked very impressive this year.
BYU and Boise State have met 10 times all time. BYU's never won in Boise, Idaho. Give me the Broncos.
Wow. Nice stat.
And they play a lot of close games.
Nice stat you're
Granted,
bringing to the
BYU
table.
hasn't been this good in a while, but
yeah.
I'm going Boise.
I'm going to go against my gut and go with Wager McGee and go with Igo stat and take Boise State. I love BYU, though. Georgia, Florida in Jacksonville. Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite against Florida.
Georgia, Florida? What's the line?
Very good. Thank you. The Florida-Georgia line is 3.5, Troy did.
Thank you. I'll let you guys start on this one. I started last time. I didn't want to be greedy.
This game, I don't really know what to think about this game at all, honestly. I feel like Florida's been weird this year.
They're coming off the COVID protocol.
Yeah, is this their first game since?
Isn't it?
Or did they play Mizzou or somebody recently?
Wasn't their last game the one where they had a fight and Dan Mullen was doing stuff last week?
Like, I haven't paid attention to Florida at all.
They lost to A&M on the road late. Georgia has their one loss to Bama.
Georgia
minus 3.5.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't like this game either way.
I'm gonna take Georgia too. I like the Bulldogs on this.
To be different, I'll go with the Gators. And Clemson at Notre Dame. How good is Clemson without Trevor Lawrence? They're still 5.5 point favorites.
Yeah, but they didn't look too good that first half last week, did they?
Not against BC.
But they did manage to get it together.
They won the game.
Is he playing?
No,
he's still out.
Yeah,
he's out.
Why is he out for so long?
That is their
protocol.
Their rules.
Well, and I get okay.
And everybody was talking about the 10 days you're out, but after that 10-day period, you have to work your way back into it. You can't just come back 100% or whatever.
You got to pass a bunch of heart tests and all that.
So he should be back for their next game.
Yeah, so as long as everything goes well.
Of course, this is the game for them.
Yeah, what's Notre Dame's record right now?
Undefeated.
Whatever an O in their top 5.
Yeah.
But I hope Clemson wins, because if they win without Lawrence, I think it knocks Notre Dame out of the playoff talk. If Notre Dame beats Clemson, Trevor Lawrence is going to come back, and they're going to steamroll everybody.
Right.
So
then it's an asterisk.
For me, I want Notre Dame out of the playoff. I'm going to take Clemson to win this game by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think Clemson's good enough that they can rally. Well, this guy's now got a game experience. He's a seasoned veteran.
And I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
Put me down for the Tigers.
All right.
I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Oh!
I hate Notre Dame.
Have you ever picked Notre Dame?
I don't think I've ever picked Notre Dame, but to me, you're getting 5.5 at home.
I do like their fight song.
Even if
Great fight
Clemson
song.
wins a nail biter, you still cover. So I'm going to regret this, but give me the Fighting Irish.
I remember last time I saw them at home, they had a decent crowd there, too.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good crowd this year. I mean, it looked about half full, even though I think it's not allowed.
I think Touchdown Jesus is protecting everyone there as he looks over.
Does he have a mask on?
He does not. Yeah. But he is distance. He's way high in the sky. He's distance from everyone. All right, the picks are in. Steven, folks want to do some reading as they listen to us about ECU Tulane. What do you got for them?
Ton of content, as always, on hoistthecolors.net. We got our previews up, just kind of breaking down some of the comments from the coordinators this week and personnel matchups, that sort of stuff. Also some recruiting, and then basketball as well with the schedule being released today. We kind of took a look at that. So lots of good stuff going on the Hoist the Colors message boards as well.
I missed this if it got talked about with Houston earlier this week, but do we have anybody in COVID protocol this week?
As of right now, we don't know. I mean,
I know he doesn't give numbers, but sometimes he'll say we've got a few people.
He hasn't said that. Nobody's really asked directly to this point. So
you'll be able to do a head count yourself Saturday, Troy.
Head count. I will be there. Will be
take your roster and check off the numbers as you see them on the field.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do know Demetrius Mooney had missed the last few games due to that, and he's back in the locker room today. That he was on social media. So, Jeremy Lewis was out last week for those reasons, and so hopefully those guys get back. I haven't heard of anything flaring up too bad right now.
Yeah, could be a box lunch for Jersey Mike's again up there.
I think it's going to be that way all season.
I got
everybody.
Parker's Barbecue coming to the studio here.
Yes, sir. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. I like my Parker's on Saturdays.
Yeah,
can't wait.
Got box lunches for you guys today.
I go. So Shirley will take a timeout. Get into hour 3. Tank Robinson in the portal. Robert Kennedy off the depth chart. What is his status? Do you know anything?
Still on the roster, nothing official yet. We kind of talked about it in VIP on Hoist the Colors, so I don't know what his exact status is, but I don't expect to see him this weekend.
All right, Troy and I will read that thread coming up in the 3 o'clock hour for everybody that doesn't have VIP.
In the VIP room. We'll dim the lights.
Yeah,
we'll bring in the couches.
As long as you do a show and give me some promotion, y'all.
Is that how it works in the Hoist the Colors VIP room?
Yeah, we always keep the lights dim.
Chandler's at the door. You can come in. You can't come in.
Got to get past the velvet rope, buddy.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Come back. Touchdown. Tony Collins will join us. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on the way. Plus, we'll open up the booty bag. 1 time, Shirley? 2 time. 2 time. Coming up, hour 3. We're back after this.
Did you know you can help prevent natural gas emergencies? Whether you're planting a tree, putting up a fence, landscaping, or starting an excavation project, Greenville Utilities strongly encourages you to follow the law and call NC 811. Even minor contact with a natural gas pipeline could cause a natural gas emergency. Before digging or excavation of any kind, North Carolina law requires you call NC 811. Please call at least 3 full working days in advance so all utility lines can be professionally marked prior to digging. Stay safe, avoid damages, and call 811 before you dig.
You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. Love Jersey Mike's subs? Love them times 12 with our new catering box. Packed full of a dozen individually wrapped subs. They're yours for the sharing. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Baseball is back at Clark LeClaire Stadium. We will be hosting several youth camps over the next couple months. All camps will be at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and all camps are open to participants between the ages of 7 and 13. Make sure to check out our camp website at cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com for all camp details and registration information. And of course, go Pirates!
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
The fun place to dine out with friends and family is Familia. Familia has something for everyone and offers favorites like New York-style pizza, lasagna, homemade meatballs, plus new specials like chicken parm alfredo, mahi fish and chips, chicken piccata, veggie burger, butternut squash ravioli, and more. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, These are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders Homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Brandon Tate with Firstborn Food Distribution, and coming up on Saturday, November 21st, we're going to feed 5,000 people. We need two things. One, we need you to help volunteer and help deliver this food. Two, we need your money. It costs over $16,000 to do this, and we need you to step up to the plate with your wallets and your time. To donate or volunteer, please visit pr927fm.com and click on our ad. Firstborn Food Distribution. Come feed your neighbors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. With approximately 100 locations throughout the Carolinas, First National Bank is helping both individuals and businesses redefine convenience in banking. Visit us today at fnb-online.com. First National Bank, member FDIC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes producing, Chandler Honeycutt, video production today. Got Troy D inside the Pirate Radio studios. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Clip. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Haven't talked to you in about 10 minutes.
No.
Anything been going on since then?
No, I enjoyed the last segment.
Yeah.
With you and I go.
Talked a little college football.
Always fun hanging out with you guys. So good to be here with Touchdown Tony Collins.
In the house.
In the house.
Good to see you, my man.
Good to be here.
We'll talk some
good to be anyway. It's good to be alive.
We'll talk about the Tulsa screw job with Tony. We got to get his thoughts on what happened to ECU.
It was past his bedtime. I'm just curious if he stayed up late.
He said he was.
I did.
All right. Huh? And we were supposed to research not his guarantee from the last show, but the guarantee from 2 shows ago.
I don't remember that.
Neither do we. That's the problem. Did he have a busted guarantee?
I don't remember that.
Once again, you use the word we a lot. I didn't do it. Did you do it?
Did I look into it?
Yes.
No, I forgot.
I didn't either. I totally forgot.
I do remember you.
I don't think it's there.
It disappeared.
I guarantee that Trump would win.
Yeah, which is still in play. That's yet to be decided. Yeah. They're still.
He's going to win, or we're going to court.
You're going to be there with him?
Tony's part of the Trump campaign now.
I got a guarantee tied into this.
Yeah. And when he says we're going to court, he means he's suing.
Yeah.
Tony Collins will sue.
Collins versus USA.
Yeah.
That's what it is. All right, we got to make...
What is slower, by the way, the count in Arizona or like this year in general?
Who they got counting these things anyway?
Like, don't you just put them through the scanner and they're like done? Like the SAT? You know, what is taking so long?
You would think so. You would think
unbelievable.
Yes. Somebody tweeted out, and I thought it was kind of funny. They said if they had done this, if they'd taken the ballots through a Chick-fil-A line, it would have been done by now.
They know how to do it.
Exactly.
They'd have 2 counters outside, and then you go to a tent, and they're counting. Everybody's counting. All right, we got 2 giveaways coming up. Shirley, what are we giving away this hour?
We're going to give away a $20 Captain Special Car Wash from Pirates Cove Car Wash, and this hour we're going to give away lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers.
Awesome. So we'll double up. We'll have 2 winners. And we'll do
it 1 in each break.
All right.
So 1 in each segment.
So we'll have 1 at the end of next break, 1 towards the end of today's program. A lot with Tony Collins, Troy D. We'll hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell as well when we return on Pirate Radio Live.
Also a stat to consider when we come back.
Now that is the reason to stick around. We're back with you after this.
My whole business just went up in flames. But my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This just in, the holidays are not canceled. Now, back to you.
Thanks, Shirley. With the holidays approaching, it is time to plan those special end-of-the-year get-togethers with friends and coworkers at Emporium. Explore your pour at Emporium, Greenville's favorite place for private events. Emporium offers 52 self-pour taps, plus a nice selection of wine and champagne on tap as well. Book today by calling 565-8773 or visit Emporium.com and follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Emporium, Dickinson Avenue, downtown Greenville.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers.
Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now, during hurricane season, is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and in Chocowinity next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
2020 certainly hasn't been the year many of us were hoping for, but one thing has stayed the same. I'm Tim Sutton with Greenville Auto World, and our commitment to our customers has never wavered. Let Greenville Auto World show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car in Greenville. We believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Your vehicle is a big investment, and our customers trust us to keep them up and running with outstanding service and value. For Greenville Auto World, cross from Hardee's at Bells Fork.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky's Snowballs of Greenville. But did you know Sparky's also has funnel cakes and fried Oreos too? Grab yourself a delicious treat today at the Sparky's Snowballs location at the Food Truck Rodeo on the corner of Evans Street and Fire Tower Road. Be sure to follow Sparky's on Facebook for their daily schedule and promotions. Sparky's Snowballs, serving delicious icy treats, funnel cakes, and fried Oreos to smiling faces for over 20 years. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com.
This is Stephen Igo, publisher of HoistTheColors.net. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any college sports program, and no one devotes more coverage to the future of ECU athletics than Hoist the Colors. Want to know who's going to be the next Holt Nailers or Jaden Gardner? We've got all the inside scoop on the Pirates' most talented recruits and top targets 24/7. Sign up now and get your first month of coverage for a single $1. HoistTheColors.net, the most reliable reporting on ECU athletics.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're in the market for quality used vehicles, then the Auto Store Group is for you. The Auto Store Group has 3 locations and over 150 quality used vehicles to choose from for all budgets. Shop their entire inventory today at theautostoregroup.com. The Auto Store Group, your hometown store and Pirate owned and operated for over 38 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Broad.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rose. Welcome back into the program. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Troy D, Tony Collins. We'll talk a lot of Pirate football here in hour number 3. Just saw this from Phil Steele, Troy D, a few minutes ago. Something that, knock on wood, has not affected East Carolina yet this season, and hopefully won't. Again, as I knock on wood, we have had a player as fumbles have been an issue. and it hurt the Pirates the other night with Rajay Harris and Audio Matosha. But good recovery. We're back. So Holden Naylor's missed the game due to what was a
related situation.
Okay, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
We have not, that I'm aware of, had a coach miss a game.
That's a good point.
In 2020.
I was always wondering what would happen if Mike Houston catches it.
In this case, the Minnesota defensive coordinator will be out versus Illinois this week after a positive test. I saw that and kind of thought about it from an ECU perspective. We have not, luckily, had to deal with something like that this year.
I feel like it's only a matter of time before it happens, but maybe they can make it through the season without it.
We got Pirates and Green Wave coming up. But before we do that, let's get Tony's thoughts on the Tulsa screw job.
Yeah,
we haven't told him about that yet.
Yeah.
So, Tony, just to reset, Tulsa's got the ball late, 4th down, pass incomplete. Ref throws a flag from 30 yards away.
What?
Pass interference. Next play, Tulsa.
Your thoughts on that?
That's number one. I mean, that could have been pass interference. If you look at it, I looked at it closely, could have been. But, at that moment of the game, you don't call it.
It wasn't his call to make, that guy.
It was weak.
You don't make that kind of call, but it could have been. That one I was okay with.
Okay.
That one I was okay with.
Very next play, Tulsa running backs got the ball stripped away by Wilson from East Carolina.
Fumble.
Pirates recover. Refs give the ball to ECU. Of course, they're going to look at it. They're going to review it. They go to the review booth. It takes 32 minutes. They come back and say the call has been reversed.
My granddaughter, Cammie, could have made that call.
And Cammie's like, what, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cammie's a cutie, by the way.
She knows a fumble when she sees one.
That was unbelievable,
I wish
though,
Cammie
man.
was the ref.
And the thing they said that he regained.
That was the crazy part.
Lost the ball, regained it.
Possession.
Yeah.
That was.
I was waiting to see that on. Come on, man.
That was unbelievable, man.
Tony, if they had replay back when you played, you might have never had any fumbles. You might have. Your knee was down every time.
Absolutely.
0 fumble. All right, so then they still got the ball, but they face another 4th down. Pass, sliding catch is made. They're going to review that too, of course. They have a still frame of the ball on the ground.
From the reverse angle, you can see the pellets fly up.
Skid marks, as somebody said.
After I seen that, I just knew that it's a setup, man.
Yeah,
it's a conspiracy.
That's what I think. And here's my thing.
This is a flat out. They flat out didn't want us to win that game.
I've been thinking about this clip before. When there has been point shaving scandals, like in basketball, and it's been discovered, people have gone to jail. Like the FBI's investigated and stuff. You think back, the few times that it's been discovered. This to me is like the equivalent of that. This is like almost fraudulent. Like there's no explaining this other than the fix was in. These guys were intentionally trying to throw the game for whatever reason, and they should be investigated.
Yeah,
and I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious about that.
I'm with you on that too.
I think this is almost like a point shaving scandal. Except it's football.
Usually,
it involves the refs. It doesn't involve the players.
Usually, it's not this blatant when those scandals are going on. But I guess since it was the 4th quarter in the last drive, they had to go ahead and get it done.
Something.
Yeah, they had to hurry up and let Tulsa win.
We're going to win.
But it was, and you're right, Tony. And it just happened back to back to back like that.
But you know the sad thing about this though. When is the last time? And I'm making a guarantee right now. When was the last time that we had a 3-game winning streak at East Carolina?
Oh, dear. I'm going to have to grab the Phil Steele.
You're going to have to go back a ways.
Because probably 2014.
We've only won 3 games in the last, how many seasons?
That's what I'm saying. It's been a long time since we had a 3-game. And what the point I'm making is the situation with Holton, the game he missed.
Navy.
That's a game we could have won.
Yep.
We should have won. We would have won with Holton.
Agree.
This past week with Tulsa,
this was a victory.
We won that game. We got stolen from.
You could be on the verge of a 3-game win.
And I guarantee we beat the dog piss out of who we playing?
We're playing
Tulane. We're gonna beat Tulane, man. Guarantee it. We're gonna beat Tulane.
There it is.
And that's the sad part about it. The boys are playing good football right now.
You're saying this should be after Saturday the first
3-game
winning streak since 2014.
Wow.
Since Shane Carden was here.
Wow.
Lincoln Riley was here. So it has indeed been a while. Pirates looking to win Coming up on Saturday, Tony Collins has guaranteed it, Troy Day.
Yeah, beat the dog.
Yeah, there's urine on the field after ECU gets done with them. Hey, Tulane, you're in trouble. Thanks. All right. Anything else from...
It's a family show, Tony.
I'm sorry.
Anything else?
Cammy could be listening.
Dogs do pee.
That is true. ECU will lift the leg. All right, we'll move on, Charlotte. Yeah. All right, Troy.
Goats pee also, I hear.
We are into our... so now we've made the transition to Tulane. You have a stat for us?
Well, I guess it's stats to consider. Here's the deal. You know, I'm a big fan of looking at the history, and not so far as the history of the series, which, by the way, East Carolina leads 11-5, in case you were wondering, which is good for the Pirates. But I'm more worried about, what about this year versus common opponents? I love taking a look
Troy
at
D's common opponents.
You know that I love taking a look at this. So I found there's two common opponents we've had so far this season. East Carolina and Tulane. I think you're going to find this interesting, Cliff. I might not. East Carolina played Navy. Now, you remember, Tony, you just referenced it, without Holt Nailers. I think with Holt Nailers, East Carolina, it's a completely different ball game. But the Pirates lost to Navy 27-23. When Tulane played Navy, also at home, it was a home game for them, they lost 27-24.
Do you remember what happened in that game?
Very similar outcomes.
Tulane was up 24-0 and lost that game 27-24.
Wow.
Yep.
But isn't that interesting that Navy scores 27 both on East Carolina and on Tulane? Find that interesting.
Fascinating.
All right. Then the Pirates played at UCF. They were They were a good team back then, number 13 in the nation. Lost 51-28 on the road. Well, Tulane had to play UCF on the road.
Wait, we played UCF here.
I'm sorry, we played UCF at home. You are correct,
yes.
Clip. I am sorry. They played UCF on the road. We lost to the Golden Knights. Is it still Golden or just Knights?
I think they're just Knights.
Knights, not so Golden anymore.
Yeah.
51-28, the Pirates lost. When Tulane played them, they lost to them 51-34. The Knights also scored 51 points on them and us.
I think what you're trying to say is this is an even matchup.
Exactly what I'm saying, Clip Rock.
All right.
This is going to be...
It's a statistic you can look at.
Thank you,
When
Bailey.
you take a look at the common opponents, both of these teams have had similar outcomes with those common opponents, which sets up for a great matchup, I think, Saturday. But I give the edge to East Carolina because Navy we would have beat, and we're playing at home, and I think we got a chip on the shoulder about what happened last week, and really probably this whole season right now. And they're going to take it out on somebody, and they're going to take it out on the Green Wave. And that Green Wave is going to turn into a mild undertow by the time they leave Greenville.
A mild undertow. I like it.
So much for a wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call that a wave?
It's a slight undertow.
Cool, neat story.
That'll cap that off. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, look, Tulane scores a lot of points. It should be a shootout, Troy. The total, the over-under is in the 60s. You just read some numbers there. Both of these teams can score. They can both give up points at times, too. So
and I think that
could be a shootout.
It could be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Could be a lot of
Probably
points.
Probably will be.
Let's, you want to hear from Donnie K?
I do.
Let's hear what
Was
Donnie
he in a good
K.
mood? He's usually chipper. I haven't seen Donnie in a bad mood yet.
Well, let's hear cut 3. He had an interesting... You love analogies.
I do love analogies, Clip. That is true.
He had an interesting analogy. I think he was trying to say... talking about the replay official. And if that replay official was just maybe an air traffic control guy. And surely cut 3, he was asked, how have the guys responded from what happened during the final drive of the Tulsa game?
Yeah, I mean, if we'd been an airplane pilot or something, I guess we'd have been done after that one. That somebody had shot us down or something out there, you wouldn't get to go again. So thank goodness we're not in that profession, I guess. I don't know. The players, they flush it pretty good, I think, after the next day. I think one of the good things is when you put that game away after you watch the tape and then you start practicing for the other team, and I don't know, they move on now. The coaches, I have a harder time the next day. I drag a little bit after, we don't win. It's like you you worked all week and you didn't get paid or something, well, this was no good, but I think they kind of put it behind them. And, Coach Houston's done a great job with that. He told them, it is what it is, and let's move on. Nobody cares really. I mean, well, they do. The Pirate fans care, whatever, but nobody else really cares about that. And so we're just kind of on to the next one right now. And we've had a good week of practice. And nobody's brought up last week to be honest with you. It's all been Tulane. We have great respect for Tulane and what they've done there. And we're expecting a really hard-fought ball game, and we'll have to play well. But if we play well, we're getting to the point where we feel like we have a chance to win every time we go out there.
I hear new security cameras have been installed in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Have you heard about this, Clip?
No, I've not.
Don't want to have any burglaries out there Saturday.
A burglary.
So we're
going to try and prevent that.
That was B-Pays trying to say burglary the other night on the fifth quarter.
That was you got to stick with us, Tony.
Was he?
It's like a soap opera. You missed an episode, you're all messed up.
That's the time I first heard it.
I don't know if he was drinking, but it was like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
so
okay. Probably a combination.
Yeah, probably so.
A little bit of dark.
A burglary.
Little dark liquor and a little dark skies. Late at night, late drinks.
You think by that third time he's finally going to get it right, and he just couldn't.
Burglary.
A burglary.
So new security cameras to prevent that.
There you go. Good stuff. What, did you just steal a guy on Facebook's joke? No, Robert Matthews?
He didn't say that joke.
Okay.
He just said it's going to be a burglary.
Burglary.
Maybe let's try to talk about burglary.
How did you like the air traffic control comparison there?
I love an analogy.
Yeah. Did he miss the mark?
It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, his point was like, some places you don't get a second chance.
Yeah.
Like these refs get a second chance or we get to play again. I still think the refs should be identified and fired. I don't understand why the conference is protecting these guys. They ought to stand up and say, we screwed up, we fixed the glitch. And here was the guy that was responsible for it, and we're taking action. To me, they look complicit by covering it up and letting these guys continue to do this.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know. Maybe he has been fired, but
then they should announce it.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I doubt it so either. I'm just saying.
Here's what should be done.
But I give him a 6 on a 10-point scale when it comes to analogies.
But you know what should be done in a situation like that? And when they realize they made a mistake, they should have them go back on Monday, play that whole situation all over again, give us the ball, and see if we can run out the clock.
Run it back.
Game over. Or run it back.
Wow.
That's what they should do.
You got to fly all the way back out to Tulsa?
Absolutely. and the refs should pay for it.
That's the catch.
There you go.
He's got to pay for it, the flight back. If your conference comes out and says you made an error, as the American did, then you have to pay for the flight and the boarding.
Do the whole thing all over again.
All right.
Right where they made the mistake at.
New rule.
Right from there.
New rule. I like it. All right.
How did the sports book handle that?
Yeah, you got to open the game lines back up, I guess. I don't know. And you'll have to give people their money back.
Yeah, but
and
it could be done.
What happens if you don't know who's been paid for what?
Yeah, that could get tricky. I don't know. Tony, one thing, we've heard Mike Houston talk about this. Now, Troy, relax, but I'm going to mention like good week of practices and good preparation.
I love a good practice week.
Okay, all right. That could cause people some flashbacks of Scotty Montgomery when we had excellent practices every day.
Practice national champions just a couple years ago.
We looked great against ourselves.
Yes, that's something to be proud of. That's the only thing we had to hang our hat on back then.
Mike Houston, though, has talked about, Tony, walkthroughs and things like that where it can probably get monotonous. I mean, you can tell us as a former player, but he says that the guys have been very attentive, kind of into the walkthroughs, like the little things, the details. Mm-hmm. He says that's been great the last few weeks. Like, I got to imagine that it's not real fun to do that stuff, but when you're on a good team, is that stuff important to be locked in?
I mean, absolutely. Every practice that you go out and practice before a game and you prepare for that opponent, and you're going through the film, hours and hours of film and hours of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's the crazy thing about it is you work that hard, and for the referees to take it from you on the day of the game, that's the hard thing about it.
Donnie Kirkpatrick was asked about the game prep improving each week and just leading up to kickoff and how the guys are doing well during the week. Cut one, Shirley. Here's what he said.
Yeah, I really have. I think what it is, it's a maturing process of the guys learning how to stay on task throughout the week. There was a little bit of at the beginning, and I think last year, just kind of after Wednesday's practice, okay, hay's in the barn, work's done, tomorrow's a helmet practice, Friday's a travel day or a walkthrough, there's some meetings and stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that really get cleaned up, after the hard practices on Tuesday and Wednesday, that I think now they're just starting to understand that those mental preparations and those last few walkthroughs are where you eliminate so many of the mistakes and where you start to learn the game plan. And amazingly, they're just now starting, I think, the last couple of weeks to realize that we kind of call the first couple of plays, in those walkthroughs, because then you kind of know, how you're going to orchestrate the first part of the script. On Tuesday and Wednesday, you're still just running plays for the most part and trying to learn how to block those fronts or how to attack those coverages. And there's no order to it necessarily, or it's in segments of this is just third down, this is first down, this is red zone even. But then in the Thursday and Friday walkthroughs, we're like doing the script. Like, this is going to be the first play of the game, and this is going to be the first third down call. And this is going to be the first play when we get to it. So it's really valuable when they start to understand that and get comfortable with that. And that just now are those walkthroughs starting to really start, I think, to show that they've matured, and it's showing on the field, I think.
All right, good practices lead to good game weeks for the Pirates.
Donnie, 2 for 2 on analogies. The hay is never in the barn, or the hay.
That's more of a phrase than a
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like an old. He's got plenty of those too.
Yeah,
he does it all.
Yeah, he dragged out the word play too.
Plays.
You got to have a lot of plays. I love Donnie.
All right, Tony, some people are on board with your guarantee. Chad sent us a picture on Twitter of a dog urinating while doing a handstand.
That's pretty good.
Very impressive.
That is, I've never seen anything like that.
And
Redbeard coming in strong too. Since it could be a yellow wave.
That's gross.
Al is weighing in on our Facebook Live feed asking if freshwater is still on the depth chart. I have the depth chart in front of me. I don't even see him listed anymore on the depth chart, and he hasn't played in quite some time.
No, I mean, they found guys that have labbed him at this point, and don't freak out. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
Right? And he has time, and whatever the issues are, I don't know. I don't even know if there are issues. Maybe there's just better players playing right now.
I really, to be honest, I haven't heard anything about him either way.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what the situation is, but no. To answer your question, Al, he is not on the depth chart right now.
All right, halftime, as Troy D would say. Let's take a time out and let's make one person a lucky winner.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250, caller 12. What are they winning right now, Shirley Rhodes?
They're going to win a $20 Captain's Special Car Wash from Pirates Cove Car Wash.
Awesome. 317-1250. You can be the winner of that if you are caller 12.
And Clip, if you want to buy or sell a house, people know to call a real estate agent often to help them with that. But what about a business? What if you want to buy a business? Where do you start? Who helps you? How do you do it? Well, Tony Corey's there. That's what he specializes in at Trans World Business Advisors. Did you know you can buy a business with only 10% of the sales price and even use your retirement funds to do so without penalty? If you're ready to be your own boss, maybe you've managed the business for years, you're ready to step up, whether it's franchise opportunities or local businesses, they've got a ton listed. You can call Tony Corey today, 347-9606, or visit him online at transworldeast.com. That's transworldeast.com. Tony Corey is local here to Greenville, but he can help you pretty much anywhere. If you are ready to buy your own business, this is what they do. They help buyers all the time get in business for themselves. And of course, on the other side, if you're ready to sell, they'll help you sell your business too. Just contact Tony Corey today, 347-9606 for transworldeast.com, where you can get more information online. Thanks to Tony Corey and his team for their support here on Pirate Radio.
We're making you a winner right now. We'll do it again after our next break. Stay tuned. More Pirate Radio Live, more Troy D, Tony Collins, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and Blake Harrell on the way after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2020 Buick for 0% for 84 months or save over $6,000 off all models. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
The Frells family lives on a lush piece of land called greener pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frells family runs with us, because this is more than just land, it's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Get quality at every turn with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer, with 27 locations in North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. Find out more at qualityequip.com.
Over 32 years ago, the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina opened its doors as a place to help families stay together and close to the care they need when they have a sick child. With the addition of a second Ronald McDonald House inside the Maynard Children's Hospital, our need to serve is greater than ever as the medical community flourishes. Help us expand our mission of keeping families close as we grow to meet that need. You can show your support by making a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Visit our website today at rmhenc.org for more information. Thank you for your support.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool & Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool & Supply.
Hi, this is Billy Parker, and football is here. Tailgate at home with family and friends this season and let Parker's Barbecue do all the cooking. While tailgating at your house, let us provide all the food with our delicious chicken, barbecue, seafood, and sides. We can customize packages for any size group, big or small. Give us a call today and place your order. Parker's and football, a winning combination. Also shipping nationwide at parkersbbq.com. Parker's Barbecue is how friends and family come together.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling is taking a beating. Guarantee your family's comfort all fall and winter with a new Train system. It's hard to stop a train. For a limited time, get a new Train system with 0% financing for 60 months. Go to DelcorInc.com for more information. Delcor, the service professionals. See your independent Train dealer for details. Call 1-888-534-6898 for details.
We are back, baby. We are back.
CPW's is back. Back open every day for lunch. CPW's classic menu is also back with all of your favorites like tortellini CPW's, Cajun chicken and pasta, classic lasagna, the garbage pizza, the stromboli, calzone, Atlantic salmon, the Cajun fried shrimp wrap, and more. Start every meal off with your favorite beverage and CPW's fresh baked bread and garlic butter. CPW's is back. Back open for lunch in the Stanton Square Shopping Center next to the hospital. Follow CPW's on Facebook for daily updates.
This is Brandon Tate with Firstborn Food Distribution, and coming up on Saturday, November 21st, we're going to feed 5,000 people. We need 2 things. 1, we need you to help volunteer and help deliver this food. 2, we need your money. It costs over $16,000 to do this, and we need you to step up to the plate with your wallets and your time. To donate or volunteer, please visit pr927fm.com and click on our ad. Firstborn Food Distribution. Come feed your neighbors.
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market, it was another good day. The Dow was up 542 points at 28,390. The NASDAQ was up 300 at 11,890, and the S&P was up 67 at 3,510. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. And congratulations to Jeff Dover of Greenville. Picked up a $20 Captain Special car wash from Pirates Cove Car Wash. Keep your vehicle clean with the Pirates Cove Fast Pass with unlimited washes for only $9.99 for your first month. Pirates Cove Car Wash, the ultimate car wash experience, and the official car wash of ECU Athletics with locations on 10th Street, Fire Tower Road, and Memorial Drive. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, got Troy D, and Touchdown Tony Collins here in the Pirate Radio studios. Matt on Facebook Live says probably going to get some calls this week. Did the calls go back into our favor this week?
What, do they have the same idiots working the game?
That's a good question.
Calls going
It could
our
be
way.
a total goat rodeo.
I want to know who, like, I want to see the names of the guys. They published that? Who was working?
I mean, they're out there on like box scores and stuff. You can probably find it.
I need
haven't
to do
looked.
some research. We need to identify those folks and then see where they are this week.
See what games they're doing.
That's a factor.
I have a question though. When the guy's in the little box and he's going over stuff, isn't he going over stuff with somebody upstairs?
Yeah.
So it's two people making this back.
Well, the replay official is really the one we're the most upset with, right? Because he reversed the fumble that the refs called.
That was the most
correct on the field.
They called it a fumble.
It was all bad.
And usually when they call it a fumble, it stays a fumble.
It's hard to overturn.
Most egregious of
I agree.
the three. In the order,
I
that
egregious.
ranks number one.
Yeah. Number two.
That's a big word for today.
What's number two? Ball on the ground on the catch or the pass interference, in your opinion?
Those are close.
Ball on the ground.
Probably.
Ball on the ground.
Yeah, because that was a
Because you could
ball.
argue there was a pass interference.
You could argue that, a little bit of gray area.
Yeah.
It was definitely ball on the ground.
But we don't like that the official from 35 yards away is the one that threw the
3
flag.
seconds after the play's
Late
over.
and way out there.
They're running off the field when he threw the flag, weren't they?
Correct.
We were celebrating.
Even Tulsa was running off the
We were
field.
giving fives, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Ball game. Game over. Fire up the fifth quarter. Let's go. And then not so fast. So
what are you thinking, Chan, man? You got your mind. It looked like you're getting ready to say something.
No, I mean, you just don't make that call that late in the game. There was, 30 seconds left in the game, less than a minute left in the game, and then the biggest thing was the guy that threw the flag.
Unless you're corrupt and on the take, and it's criminal, which is what I'm saying. It should be investigated by the FBI.
I think the guy that threw the flag was going, oh, they're supposed to throw that flag. Let me do it from this far away. I mean, he had to, put all his effort into it to get the flag to where he wanted to throw it.
Yeah, somebody yesterday we were talking said his arm was sore for how far he threw the flag after the game. Tore his rotator cuff.
Yeah, rotator cuff. I was going to say ACL. That's down low. Rotator cuff is what he's got.
Well, you were going to say what?
I almost said ACL. he probably did running too. Trying to got a rotator cuff.
Yeah, because actually, no, after he threw it, he took off running to go make the call.
He pulled a hammy.
It was like he was excited to make the call.
He was pumped, yeah.
Turn your mic down a little bit, Chandler.
Troy, to know, just to fuel your fire a little bit, you're kind of getting rolling on this conspiracy thing. Cincinnati plays Tulsa at Tulsa, the final game of the season. Does the American want two undefeated teams on that date?
Oh, if they could get it, sure.
Headlining, their conference.
No question.
We got Tulsa undefeated in league play.
Yeah.
Only loss was the narrow loss to Oklahoma State. Cincinnati undefeated, top 5.
Yeah.
So the fix was in.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they would love that.
Okay.
And maybe that's part. I don't know. Is that part of it?
That's what I'm asking you. Yeah,
it could be.
And the toughest thing about that,
I'm trying to build this conspiracy for you. I'm trying to give you some more.
Well, I think it's already there. I don't think we have to build it anymore.
And the toughest thing about that PI, y'all talked about it earlier, but Clip, we were in here watching the game, and I was like shouting, pumping my fist. I was like, let's go, let's get off the field. Put the ball down, as Blake Harrell would say.
PTBD.
Yeah, there you go. But everybody's celebrating, and all of a sudden in the background, you just see this yellow laundry come in, and it's like, oh, that cannot be. And it was. And
I will say the defense, he's really amped up the intensity on this defense.
He is not afraid to blitz.
They bring a lot of heat. They bring a lot of pressure. And we haven't seen that in a long time.
The offensive line is playing better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Offensive line is playing much better.
I mean, you're right. Both lines were, which that has been the Achilles heel of this program for a long time, is really making some progress.
Matt says you know don't blame the ref if Tony Soprano is breathing down his neck. So like this thing has layers, you know.
That's why it should be investigated.
Yeah, we need to take down. We
if
need
they're
the big
just
fish.
the pawn,
Correct.
find out who's behind them.
Yeah.
Why are they throwing this game?
Maybe this
I'm
official.
telling you, the game was thrown. There's no question about it. In my mind.
Oh, okay. In your mind.
In my mind, the game. This is corruption in a collegiate level. This is no different, as I said, than the Boston College point shaving scandal.
You hardly ever see three.
You see it happen in the NBA. Remember, there was a corrupt
Tim Donaghy
on the same drive.
Where was Tim Donaghy on Friday night?
This has happened before, and I think these guys, seriously, it defies logic and reason that the only explanation would be, well, they're corrupt guys, and there was a reason they wanted either Tulsa to win that game outright or hit the over.
You mentioned, Troy, that the trenches has been the Achilles heel for this team over the years. It was the Achilles heel for the team in the Georgia State game.
Yeah.
The improvement of both the offense and defensive line, the quick turnaround that they've had has been unbelievable, and we saw that starting against South Florida.
Yeah. I was kind of sorry to see the news today, in case you missed it. East Carolina Marshall game will not be played this year. Personally, that kind of sucks. I was really looking forward to that game. I actually have some friends that have connections, Clip, as you know, with the Marshall team. One of my good friends growing up, his dad was on the plane in 1970. It was 1970, I believe.
50 years. It was the 50th year. Yeah.
And he was looking forward to being here in Greenville, and it's just unfortunate they couldn't find a way to get that game scheduled.
Yeah, I agree, and it's because the conference is forcing them to play Rice, I believe, on that date.
Yeah.
And that was the only available date, perhaps. Although there still could be a game on the 5th. Yeah. Like, that hasn't been completely ruled out. It just won't be Marshall.
Right.
Correct?
And I think ECU should try and schedule somebody.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get another one in.
Yeah.
Be like another, spring game, like a real game, but it's almost like an exhibition if you want to consider this a throwaway year.
It's an extra game, extra practice. I'm sure the coaches and players would love it.
Absolutely.
What is that ideal team to bring in here?
I mean, do you make it like your bowl game?
Alabama.
Jeez.
No, it'd be great to have a regional game with somebody.
I don't know who I did. This year's such a weird year. Normally
Coastal Carolina.
I would love Coastal or Charlotte.
Normally I'd be one of these guys bring State or Carolina. I don't want to really mess with that this year. But I do think someone regionally would be good.
Stay with their quarterback out. I'd say bring the pack to Greenville.
If they're struggling, then yes.
Struggling. Burgerly.
They currently are. So.
But see, the problem is you can't have it like a regular with just 3,000 fans. It's kind of wasted. So bring someone in that wouldn't pack the stadium anyway.
Charlotte would be great, especially if they're still undefeated, and we take them down. That would be a lot of fun.
Is Coastal Carolina still undefeated?
I meant Coastal. I said Charlotte.
They're top. What are they ranked right now?
They're top 25.
I mean, isn't that crazy?
It's
Coastal
very
Carolina
crazy.
is in the top 25 in football.
Yeah.
Like you'd think, okay, baseball makes sense. Right?
Yeah. Won the World Series, right?
Campbell only played 4 games this year. You think they would want a 5th?
I don't think they played 4 because they could only play 4, according to their conference. So, yeah, Coastal right now in one poll, wow, they're 15th, Troy D.
That's crazy, isn't it?
There are 14 teams better than Coastal Carolina.
And I was like, is this right? Or is this like
they got a good football? Have you seen them play before?
No, there's a reason.
I watched them play a game. They're pretty good.
Celebration?
You like to compare games, Troy D? ECU got blown out by Georgia State. They just beat Georgia State like 51-0.
Correct. I don't want anything to do with Coastal Carolina right now, honestly. I would take a look and entertain Miller Mott College.
Miller Mott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what they're doing. No rim shot for that?
I wouldn't. But
former Colts punter Pat McAfee was rocking a Coastal Carolina shirt on his podcast today.
They're like America's team now. They got a wrestling celebrations going on. We got to get there. We got to get that.
They got the swagger. They do.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that team that I always want to play at the beginning of the seaon?
Elon.
Get Elon in here.
This could be the year of the Tony Collins Bowl.
Get Elon in here,
Elon
man.
versus ECU. I would like a rematch with A&T. How about that?
Yeah. Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah.
Elon.
We'd have to bring him money to come here and play.
My money.
You know what, Tony?
Is he still coaching them?
Sam Washington?
I'm not sure. Elon has not played a game this year.
Yeah,
how about this?
That'd be good for him.
Hey, if you go to their official site, you can go to their 2019 schedule and their 2021 schedule. 2020 is missing. They just wiped out a year of football.
Wow.
You can see who they're playing next year, 2021. They have no schedule for this year, so call them up.
Yeah, call them up.
Matt on
So
Facebook
what? You've not been practicing.
would like us to reach out to University of Phoenix. So,
Yeah.
do they have an AD we can contact?
University of Phoenix online.
This is the year to play them. Everything's going online. This would be the year to play University of Phoenix.
It'd be like iRacing. How do you play? Do you play online or do you play on the field?
We have virtual bowl for real. If we were ever going to have the virtual bowl, this would be the year.
Xbox.
Josh bringing up Aladoyus Wynn. Do you know him, Troy? Aladoyus Wynn. That's
somebody's name.
No. So the other day we were talking about Chad Wynn and different wins.
All I gotta do is win.
A guy in Facebook Live. I can't remember who it was. Mike, I believe, was it Mike? Said, "Hey, Clip, what about Aladoyus Wynn?" That's how I read it. I was like, "Who's this guy?" I even Googled it, hook, line, and sinker.
That was like your.
It's all I do is win.
Yeah, that was your Ron Burgundy moment.
I was sitting here
all I do is.
Who is that fellow?
Yeah.
Let me find that name. Yeah. I got had on. On the
that was
Aladoyus win.
Did Bart Simpson send that?
Yeah. To Mo, I was Mo answering the phone at Mo's bar. All right, Blake Harrell, is the defense where you want it to be right now? This is Cut 5, Shirley. No spring ball, disjointed off season, but are they where you want them to be at this point in the season?
Well, I kind of thought, just looking back at it, stepping back in midsummer, early camp, that it would take us a little while just as a learning curve with a new defense, young guys that, by mid-season, if we could survive, that we'd have a pretty good group that was going to fly around and could get some things done. And we're just starting to see that. They're starting to, improve each week, understand the scheme, understand the calls, and we're able to carry quite a few calls into a game, which is nice and does create some confusion for the offense, whether it be the quarterback, like the first play of the game. I think we got pressure. He's expecting pressure and had an overthrow, and Warren Saban was able to pick it. So that's a credit to our guys. They're able to handle all that. So they've been coming along each week, and it's just really nice to see them understand our scheme and then really buy into our culture as far as just playing hard, playing with maximum effort, playing with great energy and pulling for each other. And that's what you really see right now is those guys, when somebody makes a play, we all make the play. And we call it juice points, but that's what it's about. It doesn't matter. Offense makes a play, we all make a play. Defense makes a play, we all make a play. So that's been really nice to see. And, I think we got to keep pushing forward and make sure that we have consistency throughout the game. I mean, Stephen talked about the first half there. We got to make sure we carry that throughout a ball game. And that's part of, being a little bit younger and being a little bit inexperienced, but we got to overcome that and move on and get past it and put a complete back game together.
Chandler or Troy, you guys were talking about how far the defense has come since the beginning of the year, since week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
Tony mentioned the offensive line and how far they've come. After that Georgia State game, I thought ECU wasn't going to block anybody or tackle anybody all year. I mean, that was a pretty low point. And kudos to these coaches. We're in games. We should have won a game last Friday. These guys have come a long way in a short period of time here, getting better at multiple positions.
And you think about the coronavirus thing that's going on. That's been going on for this whole year. What if we didn't have that? I think the guys would be performing at a better level. Even before now. And if you didn't have it totally, Tony, I mean, you got Holden Ahlers in a game against Navy. I mean, and you'd hate to do hypotheticals, but we probably win that game, right? I mean,
after the Georgia Tech game, or Georgia State game, I should say, we were looking at the schedule, and we didn't find a win on the Pirate schedule the remaining of the year. Yeah. And now, arguably, we should have 3 wins.
Because going into that game, we kept saying, well, if we don't win here, it's going to be a long year. You go there, you get blown out, and then you're like, crap, what do we do now? Which is why that South Florida win was so big. And I think there's another, win or 2 on the schedule, hopefully Saturday, Troy.
I think definitely Saturday, and I think Temple's in play. I mean, I think that's
The only reason I won't say Temple's a win is because of history, which has nothing to do with this
I'm
year.
just saying it's in play. That has become, if ECU can continue to play like they've been playing over the last week or so.
And Temple keeps playing like the way they've been playing, which is not good.
That is a winnable game for East Carolina. As the new buzzword, it could be leaning East Carolina's way.
Could be. I saw. I was watching the coverage the other night, Troy, and I thought about Rick Smith because they kept going state to state with their projections and kept putting toss-up on the screen. And Rick Smith loves a good toss-up.
Yeah,
well,
toss-up.
That state's a toss-up.
That's a toss-up. Speaking of Rick Smith, he did a podcast, so I think it'll be hitting maybe tomorrow with Ellerby. Storytime with Rick Smith.
Oh, wow.
Podcast.
Sweet. I'm in.
It was, and you know how Rick talks. I was like, probably 3 stories took an hour.
Was it a 3-hour podcast?
Might set a record for length.
Strap in, folks.
Yeah.
This one's a long one.
This will be a good one, though.
Yeah, that's cool. Looking forward to that. We'll talk to him Friday.
He'll be back, by the way.
Yeah.
It was a little late for Rick Smith.
Yeah.
Did you guys make him stay the whole time?
No, he tapped out early. But that's okay. But Rick is back this Saturday for you Rick Smith fans.
For all you Rick Smith fans, that's right. And then the games on the schedule, Troy, we did mention, you know, Tulane, Temple seem, like winnable games. How about SMU, Cincinnati? Those are ones that ECU had those teams on the ropes last year.
Yeah.
And who knows? Let's do that again. Let's be in the game in the fourth quarter and see what happens.
It was a winnable game, and it ended up being a winnable game.
Yeah.
Should have won.
I should have.
So these are tough things to predict, and it does seem like every week is a different. You never quite know which team.
We're talking NFL's week to week earlier Monday. Yeah, I mean you could say the same with ECU. We last week you felt awful about that Tulsa game. You heard Mike Houston's comments. You were terrified, Troy. You were concerned, worried, and nervous.
I was, and now I feel
and now you feel way too good.
I'm pumped up. Like I'm excited about this game.
Yeah.
Like excitement time. I am exactly the opposite of where I was last week. Last week I was. That's not an act. I was very nervous, worried, concerned, and not necessarily in that order. This week I feel really good about ECU.
And you know what that makes me feel?
Terrible.
Worried, concerned, and nervous.
Yes.
That he feels good about.
Yeah, right.
Usually they do the opposite of what I think they're doing. So you should be very nervous.
I am. All right, let's get our final timeout in. We got to make another winner, Shirley Rhodes. Almost forgot.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, Shirley, what's on the line for caller 12 right now?
Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers.
Sounds like a fantastic prize that can be yours if you're caller 12, 317-1250. We'll come back more with TD and TC and CB after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is former ECU tight end Bryce Williams from my friends at the Auto Store Group. If you're in the market for a quality used vehicle, then the Auto Store Group is for you. The Auto Store Group has 3 locations and over 150 quality used vehicles to choose from for all budgets. Shop their entire inventory today at theautostoregroup.com. The Auto Store Group, your hometown store and Pirate owned and operated for over 38 years. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Baseball is back at Clark LeClaire Stadium. We will be hosting several youth camps over the next couple months. All camps will be at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and all camps are open to participants between the ages of 7 and 13. Make sure to check out our camp website at cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com for all camp details and registration information. And of course, go Pirates!
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Got big dreams for your small business? You're not alone. The Gavigan Agency Insurance Services is a growing business too. That's why they work with Nationwide, the #1 small total business insurer in the U.S. Nationwide can help protect and grow your business so you can focus on making your small business dreams come true. Give the Gavigan Agency Insurance Services a call today at 252-756-1400. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
That's right. It's the most wonderful time of the year to get your car washed at the Shine Factory in Greenville. Now through the end of the year, the Shine Factory is offering their unlimited Lava Factor car wash for only $20 per month or the Manager Special Wash for only $25 per month. Simply pay one low price and wash all month, anytime, with free high-powered vacuums. Plus, don't forget to pick up some gift cards for your family and friends. The Shine Factory is open daily from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. on Memorial Drive across from Lowe's.
In studio today with Matlock, also known as Brad Evans to his friends and family. Why F3?
F3 is a great way to work out, get in shape, but most importantly, F3 is a way to get together with other guys in the community, develop a great group of friends, and have a good time doing it. What I'd tell people about F3 is don't be afraid to get up early in the morning to go work out. You can do it.
One letter, one number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And congratulations to Jesse Lilly of Washington. Picked up lunch for two at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Broad.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. And we are about to wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. But first, some breaking news, guys. I got the ECU just put out the uniform combo for Saturday.
Yeah, I got to be honest, Clip. A younger Troy D used to be all about the uniform talk. And I'm not feeling it this year. I'm just not into the uniform talk this year.
So you don't care either way?
I mean, I'll listen to it, but it doesn't move the needle for me anymore. Why?
They're wearing white helmets.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. See, you are. You do still care. Yeah. I just want to see if you still care.
I still care about that.
Purple helmets. Purple jerseys.
Purple pants.
Purple pants.
All purple. That's cool.
They're going with the grape out.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I used to really be into the uniform talk. I've just mellowed a little bit on that.
Yeah, I just want to win at this point.
Yeah.
Tony, does that make you feel better or worse about your guarantee?
With the uniform?
Yeah.
I like the all purple look. Now, will the helmets be the purple chrome helmets?
All of a sudden, you do really care about
purple
this.
matte
I like the all black myself.
I know. Yeah. I think we gotta earn those again, right? Let's see Troy D when he puts the helmet on
here.
I think it's
gonna be chrome. It looks pretty shiny.
Yeah. I think that was the chrome look. So, all right, Tony, thanks for hanging out, man.
Good to be here.
Good to see you, TC.
Good to be alive.
Patriots going to win a game this rest of the year?
Got the Jets this week.
Oh, that's right. Monday Night Football.
The Jets, man. We got problems.
This is it.
That's your open date.
We got problems.
That's true. All right, Troy D, we'll talk to you Saturday on the Bud Light
I
pregame
will
tailgate.
check in with you pregame at the 11 o'clock hour. Look forward to it. We'll be boots on the ground inside Town Bank Tower.
Tony, you around next week?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, you lied.
I
You
just
lied.
thought about it. Got to go to Denver.
Denver?
Got to go to a wedding.
Oh, man.
They're still doing those?
Weddings?
People still getting married.
In COVID?
Yeah.
Thought it'd be virtual.
Not this one.
All right, be careful. Wear your
Shirley?
mask.
I will.
Shirley Chandler, see you gang, the gang, tomorrow. We're back 3 o'clock Friday on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the